coaching staff, starting with Program Director Todd Wilson. We've got Carl Denny, Garrett Fisk, Josh Hansen, Sam House. We'll get to know some of the other coaches as they get here. Looks like Jill Braybeck, Christine Russell hanging up there, the top of the magic carpet, making their way up to the crow's nest.
I was going to say, definitely not just hanging out, busy at work, I'm sure. All right, so we are going to get underway with trial round jumping in just a minute or two on the HS75, and this competition will run one trial jump, 2 to count after that. Nordic combined and special jumping competitions happening this morning on the HS75, and then after that we'll move over to the HS100. I know the athletes excited to jump that jumping competition for the first time this year, if memory serves me correct, on the 100 this year here in Steamboat. So we've got folks up at the top getting ready to start. The starter is that the familiar voice at the top of the
It is Mr. Ben Strook is back. We're so glad to have him. Drunken Onion over there at Marketplace Plaza. We've got Ben up there handling the start. Ben Shute again leading the markers. He'll be calling in the scores. Thank you to the markers. It is a tough job over there on the steps. Ben Shute in his place. I see him. I see some coaches taking spots on the
coaching stand.
Thank you very much. My goodness gracious. You know, we've got some results we'll talk about as we go along as well. Again, what a night of jumping last night. Those young athletes really putting it down. A lot of familiar faces on the podium. Some guest appearances as well. We'd like to see it. It changes like a revolving door, and that's what we want to see. We want to see player development. We like it. Once again, folks, Larry Johnson Memorial, Rocky Mountain Division Junior Championship Qualifier number 2. This is the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. It's February 5th, 2022, and these are the large hills. If you are wearing a jumpsuit and a bib and competing on the HS75, please load the PAMA, head up top, get your place in line, get organized by starter Ben Strook, and we are just minutes away from the start.
Hey, Alan? Yes. Have you talked to any of the coaches that look?
You said Ryder, do you mean it? Yep, okay.
There's 5 of us
So
up here on the coaching
he really
stand.
jumped well last night. But Langdon,
Okay, we're
more
just checking
distance.
on gate recommendations. It looks like 14 for the ladies.
And then what about
For U16s, that is correct.
flip one more page? I know I've got them too, right?
Good share.
I'm curious.
About.
Really bummed out that this guy didn't get a second jump, but look, even with just one jump.
No, this is 2 jumps.
Oh, wrong hill.
Yeah.
Wrong hill.
Stand by.
I just,
Yeah.
that's his Nordic combine. So that's his Nordic combine.
That's his Nordic combine.
Awesome. So he'll get to, I was worried about, that's what I was bummed about, was that his race was going to be impacted.
Glenn, we're the other way around.
Look at this.
It
Not
is
last.
start gate 12
Seen it
for
before.
the girls, 14 for the boys.
Interesting.
Okay, copy that.
So 12 and 14.
So it's got that. Move it down.
All right, here we go. So we are just putting the bar in place, so to speak, and getting the jumpers organized.
Todd, how about you, 20?
This morning we will, for the HS75 U16 female category, we'll start things off with Emma Russell, Haley Braybeck, Eva Monado, Bonnie Larson, June Maxwell, Estella Hasrick, Ella Wilson, and Josie Johnson.
Loaded field right there. Absolutely loaded. Josie
Okay, so the
Johnson
other way around
would be
for the
considered
20.
the favorite in that field.
Between gender.
but I gotta tell you, any single one of these young ladies can find themselves on the podium. What a way to start the large hill competition, Mr. Miller, on the HS75. Talk about murderer's row right there. Emma Russell, Haley Braybeck, Eva Monado, Bonnie Larson, June Maxwell, Estella Hasrick, Ella Wilson, and jumpin' / smilin' Josie Johnson.
Great to see you. Final confirmations from the technical delegation on making sure that everybody's ready, and then we're going to see some ski jumping, ladies and gentlemen. This first jump's a practice jump. We call it a trial round in ski jumping.
Markers are ready.
Jumpers will get a feel for the hill and the bar
Okay,
placement
let's
and where
move the
we're
best
at.
jumper to the bar.
No 4 jumpers for the HS75. I understand there may be a couple slide over to 4 jump for the 90, or excuse me, the 100 in a second. It'll be more than a second, but not too long. I think the competition, if yesterday was any indication, should smoothly glide right along, fly along, if you will. So out onto the bar, this should be bib number 1, Emma Russell from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club.
Emma Russell on bar.
All right, she raises that hand. I know she just heard the familiar send it. Have one from Ben Strook.
She has found her swing, so to speak.
Nice job there, Emma.
It happened in front of our very eyes at the Norgie ski jumping tournament. She found it. She set a hill record. She is jumping so strong. She's regained that confidence. A little bit of a struggle coming into the middle part of the season for Emma, but struggle no more. She is ready to go. Next up, her teammate, Haley Braybeck. She'll be wearing bib number 2 for this this morning's competition. She is on the bar. Here comes Haley.
Distance for Emma Russell, please. Good job, Haley.
Nice solid jump coming from Haley. Working on a lot of different things here since Norgie.
We'll bring you some distance scores in just a second. The announcer's booth not getting any distances across the radio. It's kind of our sole purpose.
Ben, shoot, you got a radio on channel 1?
Emma Russell, 51 meters. Next jumper, bib 3, Eva Monado on bar.
So it's a 51-meter jump for Emma Russell. We'll bring you Haley Brayback's number in just a second when we get it. But in action right now, Eva Monado.
Watch how pretty this jump is. Gets those skis just a little bit sideways. This is why we have a trial jump. The beauty is just like the technical delegation, the skiers.
3, Eva Monado, 55 meters.
More importantly, using this time to try to get things figured out.
55 meters for Eva Monado.
What I asked for.
Next ski jumper will be Bonnie Larson.
Next jumper, bib 4, Bonnie Larson on bar.
Indeed, it's Bonnie Larson on the bar.
Ben, shoot, looking for a distance for Haley Braybeck, please.
Here comes Bonnie Larson.
2, Haley Brayback, 39 meters.
Bonnie Larson, nice trial jump there. Catching up on some business, that was Emma Russell at 51 meters. Haley Brayback
39 meters.
and Eva Monado at 55 meters. Bonnie Larson with that last jump.
Loading
Bib
the
4, Bonnie Larson, 45 meters.
45 meters for Bonnie Larson, 45.
Loading the bar right now. Bib number 5, Park City Ski and Snowboard, June Maxwell.
Wait. Sounds like Hasrick, to be honest with you. Let's see here.
Maxwell's a stretch. This is a
So this is Estella Hasrick.
So,
Estella skiing out of the Blackhawk Ski Club. Adopted by both of these clubs, Park City and Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. Estella traveling with the group to Norgie.
Estella Hasrick, 55 meters.
All right up there near the top for Estella. She's up there with Eva Monado, both of them clocking in at a 55-meter jump. Here comes Ella Wilson affectionately known as Pinky. Check out the color of the helmet. Ella Wilson and Josie Johnson to finish out the HS75 U16 female class.
After last night,
7, Ella Wilson.
last night it was such an exciting competition. Joey, I brought popcorn today.
Oh my gosh.
I literally brought popcorn.
I love it. We're gonna be stuffing that.
That's right.
Popcorn.
Here we
Get your
go.
popcorn.
Ella Wilson, bib number 7. In flight.
Pinky.
What a beautiful flight there.
Beautiful. That nice telemark landing. I love the way she giggles on her way down the outrun. That's going to be in the 50s.
My eyes aren't calibrated yet. I'll trust yours.
Bib 7, Ella Wilson, 54 meters.
And there it is, right in the hunt. 54 meters for Ella Wilson.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, all of you out there in the viewing public, this is a jumper to watch.
Josie Johnson.
She's known as Jumpin' Josie Johnson at home. She's known as Smilin' Josie Johnson here in town. Bib number 8, Josie Johnson, Park City Ski and Sport. Talk about flight. Look at this ride, folks.
Caught a little weird air maybe in the middle of the jump there. Working things out. Beautiful, beautiful jump there for Josie. Love watching that.
Right around the mid-50s again. It's going to be crowded up top.
Bib 8, Josie Johnson, 60 meters.
Ooh.
She pushes it to the next level.
Check that. 60 meters for Jumpin' Josie Johnson. Nice job. We'll transition now into the U16 Male Class.
I'm not sure we mentioned this in regard to Josie, but she joins a long line of alliteration names.
There's we touched on it last
Here at
night.
the Winter Sports Club.
My bad. We're going to go right into the. We're going to stick to the female class.
Tess
and go to
Arnone.
the U20s. Tess Arnone, homegrown product.
That's a nice looking jump.
Beautiful, nice and floaty, Tess.
Good job, Tess. She'll be participating in the Nordic Combined competition later this afternoon. Birdie tells me that Josie
Bib
Johnson
9, Seth Rothschild, 57 meters.
might strap up for that. She does that from time to time in these events. Always great to see Josie out there pushing herself both fitness-wise and jumping-wise.
She
She's a special jumper by trade.
Yeah, she did in Park City when we were there last month visiting. Macy Olden, also out of Park City ski and snowboard. Bib number 10 right here comes Macy Olden.
On that.
Starter Ben Struck giving her the go-ahead. Coach giving her the flag. Here comes Macy.
Stretching herself up into that aerodynamic position. Macy Olden from Park City, Utah.
Bib 10, Macy Olin, 45 meters.
45 meters for Macy Olden on that jump. 45 meters.
All right, Mr. Miller. These next two jumpers, toying with the national team, the junior national team, our own Alexa Brayback and Adeline Swanson. Adeline Swanson put it down in Norgie. Let's see Alexa Brayback first, bib number 11.
Rocky Mountain Division versus Central Division. Special jumping versus Nordic Combined. Alexa Brayback way down the hill.
Nice. Really nice and smooth from Alexa.
Bib 11, Alexa Brayback, 61 meters.
61 meters for Alexa Brayback.
The entire Brayback family joining us today. We've got Dan and Jill, also Alexa and Haley. It's a family affair, like we like to say.
I have almost no doubt that there is at least one other Brayback household that's looking in on the live stream. So welcome to the Braybacks from back east. Glad that you're able to use this live stream to watch your granddaughters in action out here tonight. Here comes Adeline Swanson.
Bib number 12, St. Paul Ski Club. Look at her fly! Wow, she's pushing K-point right there.
Trial jump.
Pushing the
No
K-point.
stranger to this hill, even though she's from St. Paul, Minnesota.
She means business.
Bib 12, Adeline Swanson, 67 meters.
67 meters on that trial jump for Adeline Swanson. A special.
7 meters.
Did I say that wrong, Joey?
No, you got it.
All right.
It's a 6 and a 7 to make 67.
There we go.
Next jumper, Bib 13, Rutger Klug
Okay,
on that.
over to the boys. U16 male category on the 75. Rutger Klug.
Here we go. Trial plus 2. Rutger Klug, Root Repke, Oscar Delzell, Nathan Rend, Ryder Olden, Seth Rothschild, and Tyler Phillips.
What? Yep. Been telling us for years.
Okay.
Yep. We got a live mic here too for the live stream. Yes.
Joey seems good,
Bib
but you
13,
first one.
Rutger
Yep.
Klug, 55
You know how to fix it.
Oh my God. No, not her either.
That's 55 meters for Rutger Klug. 55. Everybody's telling me your mic's cutting.
The Mr. Miller mic is out. I guarantee it's not because I am. Sorry about that. I'm doing the best I can. I might just sign off and we'll go one man here because I think that's going to bother folks with the breakup on the mic. Sorry about that.
We can go black money.
Try another mic here, but I'm going to sign off. Miller out. Good to be here with you guys this morning. Enjoy this jumping.
Big 14, Rusky, 67.5 meters.
Nice jump.
That is a huge jump to start right there on the trial. 67.5 meters from Root Repke. Bib number 15, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. Oscar Delzell, here he goes. He has really come into his own towards this midseason. Really started to blossom out at Norgie. Had a great competition last night. Oscar Delzell, Bib 15, floating it down the hill. Nice job. OD1.
I'll keep talking because the live stream can hear us. Welcome again to the half dozen or so that are out there watching.
15, Oscar Delzell, 45 meters.
45 meters for that trial jump for Oscar. Good job.
Here comes Nathan Rend, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club, bib number 16, trial jump.
Next jumper, bib 16, Nathan Rend on that.
Great performance last night on the HS45. Gets the flag from Coach Garrett Fisk. Here comes Nathan. Nicely done, pushing that jump down the hill, just feeling himself out right now.
That sounded interesting.
16, Nathan Rend, 46 meters.
I can't get it down the hill. 75.
Make sure there's nothing in there. Anymore.
Really?
Next jumper, bib 17, Ryder, then on that.
Not worried about it. Still the best seat in the house.
Ryder Olden, bib number 17, Park City Ski and Snowboard. Gets himself down the hill. He'll be in that 50s area, give or take. Ryder Olden.
Bib 17, Ryder Olden, 54 meters.
54 meters on his trial jump, Ryder Olden. We've got a triple threat here right now from Park City. Ryder Olden just gone. Seth Rothschild, Park City Ski and Snowboard.
Next jumper,
Tyler
18,
Phillips.
Seth
Up
Rothschild
next.
on that.
Do you want to try to switch out the batteries?
I don't keep the green lights on, that's all. It just is what it is. I think it's something with the wireless something.
Gets a little sideways, brings himself back together. Good thing for the trial, Seth Rothschild. Your distance
No
is
sense being stressed out about
Bib
it.
18, Seth Rothschild, 47 meters.
47 meters for Seth Rothschild. Tyler Phillips, Park City Ski and Snowboard, bib number 19, up
Next
next.
jumper, bib 19, Tyler Phillips on that.
Big strong kid, put it down the hill.
Thanks so much to the Phillips family for that delicious hot chocolate last night. Very nice.
Bib 19, Tyler Phillips, 58 meters.
58 meters for Tyler Phillips.
Next jumper, bib 20, Owen Park on that.
What a night the man in the golden helmet had last night. Owen Park throwing down some big jumps on the 45. Here he comes on the 75. Owen Park. Down the hill for Owen, starting to float that. He likes the trial jump.
Bib 20, Owen Park, 51 meters.
51 meters for Owen Park, throwing it down the hill right there. Logan Cadman, Park City Ski and Snowboard, up next. He'll be followed by Charlie Gunn, Ethan Maynes, Jackson Chute, Austin Johnson, Rich Barnes, Augie Repke, Ian Carmack, Arthur Tyrone, and Sawyer Graves.
Next jumper, bib 21, Logan Cadman on bar.
Where's the live stream? Michelle can't find it.
SSWC.org. And the events page. So up here, I think. Go to the events page.
Bib 21, Logan Cadman, 36
Here,
meters.
and then there's the event right there. And there's the event.
36 meters for Logan Cadman, Charlie Gunn,
Next
Steamboat
jumper,
Springs Winter
bib
Sports Club, up
23,
next.
Ethan Maynes on bar.
On the events page, just scroll down and you'll see. There it is, beautiful jump.
Beautiful jump right there from Charlie Gunn. No, that was Ethan Maynes right there, bib number 23.
Bib 23, Ethan Maynes, 57.5 meters.
So we'll scratch there.
Jackson Chute, bib number 24, up next.
Next jumper, bib 24, Jackson Chute on bar.
I just don't know when Ethan gets to this big hill. He's 10 meters short. Nice looking jump from Jackson Chute.
Shoot! Shoot to thrill. Remember that
24,
ACDC?
Jackson Chute, 52 meters.
Right along what he was hitting in Norgie, 52 meters for Jackson Chute. Austin Johnson sitting out last night, getting rested up for today. Bib number 25. Rich Barnes up next. Larry Johnson Memorial, Rocky Mountain Division Junior Championships qualifier. Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. We are unfortunately down to one mic right now. The wireless mic having gone on the fritz.
Rich Barnes is a scratch. Bib 25, Austin Johnson, 55.5 meters.
55.5 meters for Austin Johnson.
Still all chasing root.
Next jumper, bib 27, Augie Repke on bar.
Root Repke at 67.5 meters, having set the pace here. His brother Augie Repke, Park City Ski and Snowboard, wearing bib 27, in flight.
Nice job, Augie.
Should we just share?
No, I just don't want, Casing to come and say, well, the mic was just right there.
Bib 27, Augie Repke, 46 meters.
46 meters for Augie Repke.
Next jumper, bib 28, Ian Carmack on bar.
So maybe I'll do this so if somebody comes and says, did you do that? Do that.
Ian Carmack, this kid can ski. I'll tell you what, later on today in the rodeo grounds, you watch Ian Carmack hit those skis. Not very many skaters in the program as fast as he.
Those look right with those ones you just brought.
36 meters.
36 meters for Ian Carmack.
Next jumper, bib 19, Arthur Tyrone on bar.
Here comes the student, Arthur Tyrone. Really good night last night. He and his teammate Sawyer Graves. Arthur Tyrone on the HS75. An analytical perspective of his trial jump. Here he goes, throws those hands back, gets himself way down the hill. Really smooth, nice telemark landing. He's going to like everything about that one.
Bib 29, Arthur Tyrone, 60 meters.
Climbing back up into the 60s again. Root Repke, 67.5 meters. Right now, Arthur Tyrone getting 60. Here comes Soy Sauce, the flying saucer. Sawyer Graves setting a hill record in Norgie on the HS45. Sawyer Graves sending it towards that K mark.
At 30, Sawyer Graves, 64 meters.
64 meters for Sawyer Graves.
Next jumper, Thomas Miller out of gate 12, bib 31.
All right, it's Miller time right here. Thomas Miller jumping in the U20 Male Class off the HS75, wearing bib 31. Miller time. Big jump from Thomas Miller. Beautiful controlled telemark landing. He'll like that one. We'll look at mid-60s here, I believe.
Bib 31, Thomas Miller, 63.5 meters.
Right there, 63.5 meters for Thomas Miller.
Ladies are back up at the start, ready when you are.
I wonder if it was the same bar.
Thomas is
Okay, we're going to
bar
confirm it.
time.
I'll
What
get
are
back
those
with
guys
you in a
doing?
second.
These guys are all 14.
Oh, so that's a great jump then.
Okay, for
It was beautiful.
Look at
for
that.
announcers, is it okay if my runner beats the outrun of the 40?
Why are they asking us?
10-4, that's no problem. Alan, what do you think on Gabe?
Give it a whirl, man.
He's
We
gonna.
can go up.
I'm just curious what he says.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is when the technical delegation discusses bar placement.
Guys are talking over each other, repeat.
There's no bar, 13 or 50.
I like Alan. Nice, smooth, calm, cool. These batteries are dead. Is it maybe not these? Well, that's not one you brought, is it?
No, I brought all the Rayovacs.
Just grab the wrong one. So that one's dead because it wasn't that one. Just the.
You tossed a couple. Did you toss a new one?
No, they were the ones that were in here.
We should recycle those.
Well, I apologize.
I understand.
I appreciate.
I totally.
You.
I'm so.
I appreciate you.
Try to
I
be
apologize for that.
so vigilant about it. It's hard right now. We're doing a remodel at the new place that we bought.
We live to fight another day. This mic's gonna keep breaking out, but I'm gonna try again. Thanks for all those.
Fresh batteries. Fresh batteries.
Just blow for about 2 seconds until it starts cracking up again, and then I'll go silent. But they tell me to try new batteries. I got half of the people saying, "Yay, he's playing."
How do we get on those gates?
So that concludes the trial round of jumping on the HS75. So now they'll start to count.
Joey, don't we have 2 hard mics?
We used to. We just can't seem to find the other one. It's not in here.
Tell him John Nolte went to go get one from the
Alan,
guys.
you copy. This is Paul.
John Nolte is getting
Oh, we
one.
have some gates now?
Just so in case he.
Go ahead then.
Look at that. I like that. You program director Todd Wilson, in a subtle way, you've got to pick up the inference, fighting for the Miller voice in this competition. You catch it? You got to infer it, but it's there. So we'll roll on to the competition rounds. 2 rounds of jumping on this hill, and then most of these jumpers, over half anyway, will slide over to the 100, which has been dressed up really nicely by Adeline.
Okay, run that by again.
Was helping him with that. Carl Denny out prepping the hill this morning. Garrett Fisk as well, I'm sure. Todd Wilson.
16
Thank you so much to that
and 14.
coaching and administrative crew for keeping us going here.
Okay, so 14 for ladies, 16 for
I don't know, maybe the new batteries are working. Third set today.
You copy that, Ben?
It's cold, it probably zaps them sitting in the drawer. So what do we have for long distances in the trial round? They're all going to be a little bit moot, yeah, Joey? There's definitely some technically delegating happening on the radio. Maybe some changes of ours.
There are, especially 67.5 for Root Repke, 64 for Sawyer, 60 for Arthur Tyrone. The rest were in the high 40s and 50s.
A little bit different bar for the U20 athlete, Thomas Miller, coming in at 63.5.
Yeah.
Less speed.
Really putting down an incredible jump.
Taking a little bit less speed, but a little bit bigger athlete. That's why we compensate with the bars, give them the speed that they need. Try and hit them down to that 75-meter mark-ish if we can, ideally for the top of the field. Here we go. We're in real live competition.
We are.
Action.
Here it is. These are 2 to count. We've got the lovely ladies of the HS75 going right now. There has been some slight bar adjustments. You'll see a little bit of a different speed here. And here we go. We're going to start off with bib number 1, Emma Russell.
Any complaints from the text chain on the breaking out? I can't tell. It sounds like this one's doing all right now.
Joey to Todd.
Go!
Big jump here.
I believe Knowlton's going
really
to
strong
get
down
the
there,
other
right
hard
onto that
mic,
top
but we
of
might
that
have
balloon
solved it
zone.
with
Great job, Emma.
batteries.
Perfect. I know we have another hard mic, so that's great. Let me know if you need any help. 1, Emma Russell, 56.5 meters.
10-4, Todd.
And we see it right away, an increase in distance from the from the trial round jump, 51 on the trial and up to 56.5. 56.5 meters for Emma Russell. Great jump there.
Definitely setting the bar, so to speak. Haley Braybeck up next, bib number 2. 39 on the trial. Again, this is going to be from a different bar. We're going to see some slightly increased distances, or at least we should theoretically. Here comes Haley.
Good job, Haley. Beautiful telemark landing with her hair
I
flowing.
love watching the Haley Braybeck flow.
Is this one, can you tell if your intention to sound maybe a little bit better now?
Sound better, yeah.
Bib 2, Haley Brayback, 44 meters.
44 meters for Haley Braybeck.
Next jumper, bib 3, Eva Monado out there.
Eva Monado, bib number 3, 55 meters on the trial. Really pretty jumper, Eva Monado, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club.
Test.
Bib 3, Eva Monado.
Maybe we'll stick with this one.
58.5 meters.
58.5 meters for Eva Monado, resetting the bar right here. 56.5 for Emma Russell, 44 for Haley Braybeck, 58.5 for Eva Monado. Bonnie Larson, bib number 4 up next. I think we've got the mic situation here taken care of. We've gone 2 hard mics here in the booth. No wireless today. It's going to keep us closer, Mr. Miller.
Close to you.
Bib 4, Bonnie Larson, 53 meters.
That's further than Barney went last night.
Absolutely. 53 meters for Bonnie Larson. Man, there's a nice little grouping here in the 50s. Next up, out of the Blackhawk Ski Club, adopted here by the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club, everyone's favorite, Estella Hasrick, and she can throw the tightest left-handed spiral since we've seen from Steve Young.
I like it. I see what you're doing there. Beautiful jump down there.
Really nice from Estella.
Blackhawk Ski Club. Should I double check that? Is that in Madison, Wisconsin, perhaps?
Bib 6, Estella Hasrick, 60 meters.
There it is. The first competitive jump of the morning in the 60-meter area. Estella Hasrick.
All the way from Madison, Wisconsin, indeed, to the Blackhawk Ski Club.
60 meters, here it comes. Ella Wilson and Josie Johnson. Ella Wilson up first, bib number 7, Pinky. In run. In flight.
Beautiful flight position.
Look at that ride getting way over the tips of her skis.
She's really working on that next level.
They call that leaving the skis behind you.
7, Ella Wilson, 59 meters.
Right in the hunt, 59 meters for Ella Wilson.
As Mr. Miller likes to say, she is definitely part of the conversation.
Speaking about conversation, the flies have emerged. That means the wasps won't be far behind.
They're hungry.
Next jumper, bib 8, Josie Johnson on board.
All right, we call her Smiling Josie Johnson. At home, she's known as Jumpin' Josie Johnson.
Could be into the mid-60s on this jump.
I was going to say the same exact thing. We're looking at a 65-plus meter jump right here from Josie.
Oh, yeah.
Pushing
Beautiful
over
jump.
that K point right there. She's going to be happy with this one.
A second home hill for Josie Johnson here in Steamboat Springs, a Park City ski and snowboard athlete.
Bib 8, Josie Johnson, 70 meters.
Well, I was wrong.
Never mind the 60s.
I was wrong.
Never mind.
Yep,
the
I said
60s.
mid-60s.
Never mind.
It just wasn't.
70 meters for Josie Johnson. 70 meters.
As Ben Strook keeps us rolling, Tess Arnone, bib number 9, in motion.
Beautiful jump from Tess Arnone, pushing that P point, if you will.
Confirm the 8, please.
Call the
Gate
next jump on
14.
this. I'll stand out there and listen to it.
Bib 9, Tess Arnone, 57 meters.
57 meters for Tess Arnone. 57. Pretty consistent with her trial jump. 57. That was 57 meters.
Yours is a little bit louder. Mine's a little more muted, but it's both. But it's totally hearable.
All right.
Just raised you.
Next up, Macy Olden, bib number 10 from Park City, Utah. So we've got skiers from St. Paul, Minnesota, Madison, Wisconsin, Park City, Utah, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club.
That's great. We love the attendance here at the Larry Johnson Memorial. Thank you so much.
We'll get around to thanking some of the other support we get around here. We have gold, silver, and bronze annual support partners for the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. We want to recognize them later. I think today we'll be highlighting the silver annual support partners here at the Larry Johnson Memorial Ski Jumping Tournament.
Hey, they're not going to hold Mr. Miller down. We're back up with the double mics, and we couldn't be happier.
Bow, 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 bow. All right, down the hill goes
Macy Olden.
Jumper there, Macy Olden. Pat Arnone right behind with 2 pairs of long string
Bib
skis.
10, Macy Olden, 43 meters.
43 meters for Macy Olden on that jump. 43.
Next jumper, bib 11, Alexa Brayback
Did
on
they give
board.
these guys another gate or maybe not?
I didn't hear that one.
Maybe not with this.
They look like they're up top. They look like they're on the same one.
All right, here we go. In action, Alexa Brayback, bib number 11, hometown hero. Way down the hill for Alexa Brayback.
Sending it.
She likes the distance, but she gives a little shake of the head there. She's got something on her mind. 61 on the trial.
Alexa Brayback, 65 meters.
And ekes a few more feet down the hill. 61 on the trial jump. For the first competitive round, that's going to be a 65-meter jump.
Well done by Alexa. One thing we've noticed about ski jumpers, Mr. Miller, is while they're having the time of their lives and certainly having fun, almost never satisfied.
It looks so pretty to us. All these jumps look so amazing, but they've got so many feels going on up there. Adeline Swanson next up from St. Paul, Minnesota.
Look at that. Look at this. Wow. She is going to be pushing that 70-meter mark right there. That girl can fly. Adeline Swanson out of the St. Paul Ski Club. Bib number 12.
Specialty difference there between the last 2 jumpers. Alexa Brayback, a Nordic combined skier. She'll be skate skiing 5K this afternoon. Adeline Swanson focusing on the ski jumping, a special jumper we call that. How'd that jump turn out for her there, Joey, distance-wise?
66.5 meters.
Maybe the same for them. All right, here we go into the U16 Male category. HS75 action, Rutger Klug. Rutger out of Park City, Utah. Woo, tips up way down the hill. Good job, Rutger. 55 meters on his trial jump.
Bib 13, Rutger Klug, 55 meters.
Right on the number again, 55 on the trial jump, 55 for his first competitive jump here on the HS75.
Jumper bib 14, Root Rupke on board.
Here's Root Rupke. He put in, I think, I'm going to turn the page here just a little bit. Root put in the long jump of the trial round at 67.5 meters for this class. He'll be looking to get back there again. Root Repke, Nordic combined skier out of Park City, Utah. What a beautiful jump for Root. He did it. And I don't know, that's pretty close to clean. That's not my call to make. Root Repke really putting it down the hill. Wow, what a jump for Root.
Fifth 14, Root Repke, 71 meters.
Another athlete who the Central Tour, I think, did a great job for his confidence. Next up will be Oscar Delzell. Hey, Root Repke, 71 meters from the Park City Ski and Snowboard Club athlete. Great job, Root.
Oscar Delzell on top.
Wow, what a jump for Root. Oscar Delzell next up, followed by Nathan Rend and Ryder Olden. The sun comes out as OD2 takes the bar. It's OD1, excuse me. Big floaty jump there. Great experience for Oscar here in this competition. 45 meters on his trial jump.
Fifth 15, Oscar Delzell, 41.5 meters.
41.5 on that jump. So 41.5 meters for Oscar Delzell from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. Next up, Nathan Rend with a great performance last night on the small hills. Getting a chance to jump up on the HS75, looking to make an impression today. 46 meters on his trial jump, similar to his teammate Oscar Delzell. Now he'll see if he can move those meters forward a little bit. Nathan Rend on the bar. In motion. Through that curve in the darkness. Up and into the light. Down the hill. That up boy, Nathan Rend with a rock solid telemark landing. It's a beautiful jump for Nathan. I think that's going to be an improvement over the trial. 46 on the trial.
It's 16, Nathan Rend, 57.5 meters.
Well, I don't know how they do it out there in New York, but here in Steamboat Springs, we definitely calculate that as an improvement. 46 meters on the trial jump. 57.5 meters on his first round jump. Boom! Down the hill for Nathan Rend. Ask, and ye shall receive. Oh, look at the smile. It's so cute. It's so cute. Not from Nathan. He's rock strong, but there's a cutie in the booth with me. That boy, another great looking jump there for Ryder Olden. Super solid telemark landing. Great form. 54 meters on his trial.
It's 17, Ryder Olden, 60 meters.
60 meters. So now we're starting to move forward with that progress and that progression. 60 meters. You know that in alpine skiing, there's an award, I think, that's given for the person who has the best improvement from the first of the two runs to the second. There's a special name for it. I can't remember what it's called. Nordic combined, sure. Sorry, ski jumping should do something like that. It's really something when somebody can make an adjustment. Lots of time here still to go, but a really solid group of jumps here from our last couple jumpers, Nathan and Ryder in particular. Seth Rothschild next up, looking to put some more improvement into it. That sun coming out.
Beautiful day here.
Creating some special radiation effect from the snow that helps them go a little bit further down the hill.
Seth Rothschild.
Made sense in my mind before I said it.
Vib number 18, Park City Ski and Snowboard, 47 on the trial.
Rothschild, 50 meters.
There we go.
Even Steven right here, 50 meters. Seth Rothschild next up, his teammate and the supplier of hot chocolate to the booth last night, the Phillips family. Tyler Phillips, bib number 19, 58 meters on the trial.
I understand they showed up with a whole tray. The folks up in Olympian Hall, the Phillips family really throwing down the face.
Generosity at its best. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that. That looked clean to me.
A lot of strength in that jump. It has the similar jumping style to Emma Russell, I think. Very strong. Powerful.
The Flying Z is taking that role in the younger group.
65 meters.
65 meters for Tyler Phillips. Those big, strong athletes pushing that big, strong body down the hill. We turn the page. A young man having a spectacular season so far. The man in the Golden Dome.
He deserves every bit of the sunshine that's on that outrun.
Owen Park. 51 meters on the trial. He's going to look to push this towards the mid-50s. Owen Park getting those skis down the hill. He didn't love it, but he knows.
A little bit of strangeness during the first part of the flight, particularly there, but he knows, and I like to see the awareness out of him, too. All sorts of things changing for for Owen. All of them good.
520 Owen Park, 50.5 meters.
But still, the distance right in there on where he was before. I think he'll want maybe 4 or 5 more meters out of that on his second.
And he'll get it.
He'll get it.
He'll get it.
Well, Owen, I keep doing that. Owen, also one of the few athletes making a point of coming by the window and waving at the end of the night last night. Just a great kid. If you don't know Owen Park, you're missing out. You need to reconcile that.
Was able to spend a little bit of time with Owen over the Norgie ski tournament.
Logan Cadman next up.
What a great kid. Really super excited about ski jumping, his improvements, trying to learn everything he can about the sport. Next up, Logan Cadman, Park City, ski and snowboard.
There he goes. Nice telemark landing.
Solid jump from Logan.
Logan there. You talk about like Owen Park and what a great tradition of you see a little bit of
Logan Cadman, 37 meters.
you see a little bit of Owen Park and like a Miles Warnke. Just excited to be out here. Can't hold him down. Never gets too discouraged. Really maturing and coming into their own.
Absolutely, great comparison. Next jumper, Ethan Maynes.
And in that way, whether you climb on podiums or make teams, you're making an impact and leaving a legacy, and that's what I love to see.
Next jumper.
By the way, our buddy Owen Park's going to find his way on plenty of podiums over the years.
The podium of life, first and foremost.
Ethan Maynes.
Next jumper, group 23.
Next up, 57.5. So we'll see another boost in distance here. Ethan Maynes will be looking to hit into the 60s if he can.
Very good chance.
Hold that position in the upper 50s anyway.
The flying Hawaiian, Ethan
Looks like
Maynes.
a good takeoff.
Nice
telemark
solid
landing.
jump right there from Ethan. Just short of the P point, looked like to me.
The P point, is that little area there in the shade at the bottom of the magic carpet over there?
Right under the tree.
7 meters.
Right on the number, it sounded like. Did I hear that right?
57 meters for Ethan Maynes. 57.
I'm back on the juice. It's been a little over 2. It's been a little over 2 years.
What'd you call me?
No, I wouldn't do that to you. The Bills, though.
Oh, please. That's like a dagger.
Group 24.
Do I have my football history wrong? There's a connection there.
Look at the runner right there coming down the outrun of the 45. Bib number 24, Jackson Chute. Another young man coming into his own here in the middle of the season, hitting 50-meter jumps like it's regular in Norgie. 52 on the trial. He's going to be looking
sideways,
to get into the
but he holds it
mid-50s.
together. That's a good-looking jump. Way to keep it together,
Nice
Jackson.
jump from Jackson Chute.
I haven't spent a bunch of time around Jackson this winter, but it seems like just from afar, a lot more composure out of Jackson Chute this season.
59.5 meters.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
59.5 meters for Jackson. Someone, and it might be right here, bib number 25, Austin Johnson, is going to get into that 60-meter
And
mark.
we're still chasing that 70-meter mark that Rupke.
71 meters.
Forget about it. That's what this. That's
Rupke.
and the Wasps have arrived. It's time.
It's time.
Next jumper, bib 25, Austin Johnson.
I was glad to see the Wasps.
I mean,
back
do we need to
visiting again.
speak a little bit more quietly?
I think people think we're joking, or they just don't
Austin
care, which is
Johnson,
more likely.
55.5 meters.
Two Wasps. We have a mating pair of Wasps in the booth.
On the trial jump, Austin Johnson, throw those hands back, leaves those skis behind him, gets past that P point, towards that K point, double fist pump from Austin. I think we're going to see a 60-plus meter jump.
It's a family event. I don't mean to suggest that the pair that we have are mating at the moment, but more that they're just a pair of two. I don't even know how that works with Wasps.
61.5 meters.
And that's it.
They stink.
That's it right there. Here we go. 61.5 meters for Austin Johnson, setting the pace, turning it up. Everybody's chasing Root Repke right now. Little brother Augie Repke up next, followed by Ian Carmack, Arthur Tyrone, and Sawyer Graves. It is the heavy hitters. Set them free into the cold.
Grab it by the wing there and give it a little flick. They're moving slow this time of year.
Augie Repke, bib number 27, gets himself down the hill. He'll be satisfied. He'll like that jump, might not be satisfied, but there's going to be jump number 2. He's looking to push into the 50s here, Augie.
57, Augie Repke, 47 meters.
Close. 46 on the trial, 47 in the first round. Good job, Augie.
Absolutely.
I'm so used to saying root, I almost did that to him, but Augie's coming into his own now. It's his turn. Doesn't. Okay.
36 meters from this next jumper, Ian Carmack on the trial jump. Again, I can't stress enough after watching Ian ski in Park City, it was like watching a laser beam. He made up, I want to say, like 2.5 to 3 minutes in the race to get himself a second place podium finish. The one skier he couldn't catch was Ethan Maynes. He passed everybody else. Bib number 28, Ian Carmack. Still new to the sport of jumping, but sure does know how to skate ski. Coming along nicely. 36 on the trial.
Bib 28, Ian Carmack, 36 meters.
Kind of found his number on this hill, it sounds like.
And I don't know if we did this, but a big thank you for several reasons, but John Nolting bringing us the second hard-wired mic so we could have the tandem of Mr. Miller and Joey back in place. Thank you, Mr. Nolting, for the live stream, for the batteries, for the hard mic.
That sunshine that's out there cascading down upon the stadium.
We've been a better club since Mr. Nolting joined us. It's the student in flight.
Boys high over the knoll. Brings
Look
it
at
down
that
the
jump
hill.
from Arthur to Rowe.
Boy, he says, look at me.
Student. He is going to be pushing that 70 meters. He's got to be.
Could it be?
Gotta be.
Maybe.
Gotta be.
Might be.
I'm insisting.
29, Arthur Tyrone, 68 meters.
Couldn't be much closer.
68 meters for Arthur Tyrone. Not quite there in the 70s.
And I don't know how they're shaping up or how they're grouping up for the Nordic Combined race this afternoon. Both he and Rube Repke, Nordic Combined skiers. I don't know who will be skiing up, down, sideways, or whatever, but here comes Sawyer Graves. Sawyer and Arthur with those appointments last night on the Carl's Tavern porch.
They sent it, and here we go. Sawyer Graves is going to be looking to hit that 70-meter mark, and I think he does.
And he does.
Look at that double fist pump, little bounce in his step. He is having an outstanding season. His composure, his awareness. Sawyer Graves is hitting his stride.
70 meters.
Sawyer Graves, 70 meters.
Next jumper, Bib 31, Thomas Miller, gate 12.
I know what time it is. Do you know what time it is? It's Miller time, our sole U20 male competitor, bib number 31, proud offspring of my co-partner, my partner here, Mr. Miller. Here we are, way down the hill. That's going to be high 60s. Thomas Miller jumping from a little bit of a different bar than the 16s. We must state that out loud.
Bib 31, Thomas Miller, 65 meters.
65 meters for Thomas Miller. We all saw that, Coach Josh. We saw that. Those were fantastic powder turns until. Attaboy, way to get it.
Nobody gets it like that guy gets it.
Nobody gets hill maintenance the way that guy gets hill maintenance.
Hard-working, thanks. Josh Hansen, Garrett Fisk, Carl Denny, Sam House, Todd Wilson.
Alan, you ready?
Pat Arnone.
Pat Arnone out here helping early before the sun comes up, I'm
Let's
sure.
thank Sarah Floyd in here, clocking in nice and early in the morning. John Nolting, Dave Stewart.
Sarah, John, and Dave with the big night tonight with the Olympic welcome send-off.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to go U16 female at gate 14, U20 female 14, U16 male 16, U20 male 14.
All right, so make some adjustments for the next round on where we're going to start from so that we can figure out where they're going to end
I'm
up.
just going to make a quick pass on the hill.
Super exciting jumping, really great and skilled. This is a Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club hosted and Silver Annual Sport Partner supported event. Thank you.
Thank you to the staff of the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club and all of the energetic volunteers who make these events possible. A special thank you to all of the supporters of the Winter Sports Club and our mission to create champions on and off the mountain by developing life skills and providing growth opportunities through participation in sports. As Mr. Miller mentioned, it is a silver annual support partners. We're going to highlight
thanks to Christie Sports.
Ski and snowboard rentals.
Colorado Event Rentals.
Event rentals, planning, and hospitality services.
Duckles Construction.
Highway, street, and bridge construction.
Honey Stinger.
All natural sports nutrition.
Letson Enterprises.
Construction services for new homes, home additions, and renovations.
The Newborns over in Nordic Excavating.
Earth moving and grading, underground utility installation, and roadway construction.
I was pooped when I got home last night. The Resort Group.
Total Resort Services.
Truffle Pig and Carl's Tavern.
Eat well, be happy. We'd also like to thank the City of Steamboat Springs,
Deer Park Road.
Native Excavating,
Smart Wool.
Steamboat Radio,
Steamboat Ski and Resort Corporation.
that place,
Soci.
Steamboat Orthopedic and Spine Institute,
Thanks to Steamboat Sotheby's International Realty.
Twin Enviro Services,
And UC Health.
also BAP and Big Agnes, Cloud9 Integrated Systems, Melinda H. Sherman, Moe's Original Barbecue.
Just enough time to slide over there between the jumping and the Nordic Combined this afternoon.
Absolutely.
Not for the athletes, though, probably.
And Steamboat Specialties. They hooked us up with some beautiful looking polo jerseys to travel with the U14 team to Norgie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks to Paul Andrews, Glenn Jones, and Alan Belshaw, our technical delegation. Our judges today, Sally Wither, Elisa Maynes, Dan Braybeck, Greg Friedman, Mick O'Hara, and then, of course, the rest of the volunteers. We'd be remiss if we didn't thank Ben Strook, Ben Shute, Stephanie Wilson, Heather Park, Jill Braybeck, Christine Russell, Brooks Graham, Caden Graham, Sarah Cherry. I'm Joey. He's Mr. Miller.
morning.
Unfortunately, Michelle Lene couldn't make it. She's got a sick jumper at home. Hopefully she bounces back. The Flying Z bounces back for the Nordic Combined race this afternoon. And then we've got Sandy Graves, we've got Scott Colby, we've got Chief of Course up there, and Program Director Todd Wilson giving the course a good rake and a good sweep. His coaching staff, Carl Denny, Garrett Fisk, Josh Hansen, Sam House. I know Billy Delzell and Devin Delzell are here. Ben Barron's probably around. Kathleen might be here a little bit later. Greg Friedman also helps out with the coaching. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And I just want to give just one more. I want to make sure we get a warm welcome for Ben Strook.
Ben
back
Strook.
in action at
Benny!
at the top.
Ready when you
And
are.
he's not going to see any sun today. The markers. I saw Scott Colby looking towards the mountain resort, covering his eyes from the sun and basking it in and saying, "This is the way it's supposed to be."
Delicioso. If
This
you
is the
guys
way it's
like
supposed to
chili, if you guys like fried chicken, pork chops, if you guys like home style food, if you like grilled pizzas,
To go.
see Ben Strook at the Drunken Onion in Marketplace Plaza.
Gratuitous, unscripted plug. We'll take the slap on the wrist later.
Absolutely, and I will do it again for another slap on the wrist.
You and Ben worked together for a little bit. You
We
want to go back
did.
into a little bit of history?
We did. We have some history. We've lived together. We've worked together. Cherish my time with Ben Strook, his lovely wife, Adrian. Thank you to the Strooks.
All right, so where are we at on the schedule of events, Mr. Rend?
Right now, we are in the middle of the Large Hills competition.
This is hardly it for the day.
We've completed the trial.
Trial.
We've completed the first round
Check.
to count. And we are about to start the second. But wait.
Little hill maintenance going on.
But wait, the HS100, that beautiful, large, groomed hill
It is
to the
groomed. It
lookers
looks
left
beautiful.
is going to happen here shortly. We've got the HS100 to come. That will also be a trial plus 2. And then, because we just don't have enough planned for you today.
But wait, there's more.
We'll take a short break for lunch.
Today it's going to be particularly short.
A little rest and rejuvenation, and then in the rodeo arena, the Nordic Combined cross-country races. They'll start at 2:30. The U10, U12, and U14 classes to start right then at 2:30 sharp, followed by the U16, U18-20, and senior class at 3:30. The awards to take place as close to 4:15 as possible. But wait, Mr. Miller, just wait. because after the competition, it's still not over.
Just slide on over.
Today at Howelsen Hill, at the face,
Number 3, Wasp number 3.
we will have the Steamboat Olympic send-off. We've got about 14 athletes with ties to the Winter Sports Club competing in Beijing this Olympic season. Most notably, Taylor Fletcher, Jasper Good,
Decker
and
Dean.
Decker Dean. Jasper and Taylor both on the Nordic combined team. Decker Dean ski jumping, and in fact, I believe last night already he started his qualifying competition. I don't yet have results.
If I read the message correctly, I believe the entire men's U.S. ski jumping team through qualifications and into the medal round.
That is that's 4 of them. We've got 3 from the Central Division. I want to say Kevin Bickner, Casey Larson, and Patrick Gasanitsa have all gone on from the Central Division. We were just there last weekend sharing that joyous
Our very
occasion
own
with all
hometown
of them.
homeboy, Decker Dean.
And Decker Dean right
Here we go, we're in
Steamboat
action.
Springs.
This
And
should be
we're
bid
back.
number 1, Emma Russell.
Emma Russell! 56.5 meters on the first one, and that's going to be further.
Purdy jumping. You get the power, and then now you start combining that style, and that's when you really start flying.
Bid 1, Emma Russell, 62 meters.
I like it. You like it.
Wow.
She is going to love it. I have a feeling Christine and Pablo are going to love it.
He's going to come show me a fish picture later. Jerry.
Ladies and gentlemen, 56.5 meters on the first, 62 meters
Haley
on the
Brayback.
second.
Haley Brayback in
Bid
motion.
number 2, 44 meters on the first.
That's a better jump for Haley, too.
Consistent jump from Haley.
Beautiful. Have you noticed her telemark landings today are spotless?
Beautiful. Wait till you see her on the skate ski course in the afternoon. Holy moly.
Bid 2, Haley Brayback, 42 meters.
Beautiful, beautiful jump. 42 meters on that jump for Haley Brayback. 42 meters for Haley Brayback. Eva Monado next up. Well, we're going to keep them going. We're going to get this competition going, give these Nordic combined athletes plenty of time to rest up before their race this afternoon. Here she comes. Eva Monado. Ooh, that a girl. Oh, she gives the double fist pump. She's happy with it.
I gotta say, Mr. Miller, one of the prettiest jumpers in the whole program and across this nation. Man, it's really, really beautiful to watch Eva fly.
Eva Monado, 63 meters.
And what's going to happen here now? Have I noticed? I think she's grown about 8 inches over the winter.
I heard she could dunk.
So you get that beautiful style, that emerging power, and that length. And man, she just creates a great wind foil out there that she can just float down the hill. Here comes Bonnie Larson, bib number 4.
One of my personal favorites.
There she is. Nice, beautiful jump there for Bonnie Larson, another athlete who really emerged and hit the scene hard last year.
Yeah, absolutely. She is one of those quiet performers, Bonnie Larson.
Bid 4, Bonnie Larson, 54.5 meters.
Doesn't ask for much, but gives the crowd a lot. 53 meters on her first jump.
54 meters on the next one.
Maybe a 0.5 on that one.
Oh.
Estella Hasrick on bar.
It's amazing how often I do that, Mr.
It's
Miller.
all right. A little bit matters a lot. Yeah, Stella Hasrick.
That's what. Never mind.
Whoa. I was telling the family about the roll of bills comment last night. Here we go, Estella Hasrick. They didn't hear that, so you may be in luck.
Everybody's favorite right here, Estella Hasrick. It's like she belongs to 17 different clubs across the
I
country.
think she stays with the Braybecks when she's here in town.
She does.
Bid 6, Estella Hasrick, 61 meters.
61 meters on that jump. 60 on the first, 61 on the second.
Just
Nice.
the picture of consistency. It doesn't matter which hill, what location. She's always pushing that P and K right there. 61 meters. And the last 2 jumpers in the class right now. We
Ella
got
Russell.
Ella Wilson.
That's right. I said
And
Ella
Josie
Wilson.
Johnson.
Ella Wilson on bar. Combined 2 of my favorite jumpers there into one.
Pinky in flight.
She's getting out over those skis.
She
Stick with it.
really is throwing those hands back, double fist pump, really likes what she sees. I think Stephanie Wilson now, I remember, is also up there too. Stephanie helping us out, not on the sheet. There she is giving us the wave. Stephanie and Sandy, late additions to the marking crew. Thank you, ladies.
61.5.
I don't think it was the wave, Joey. 61.5 meters. Don't. No.
What's that? What? No way. No way.
61.5 meters.
All right. Here we call her Smiling Josie Johnson. Everywhere else they call her Jumpin' Josie Johnson. Regardless, loved nationwide, bib number 8, Park City Ski and Snowboard.
Live and local.
We should see something here in the 70s.
Way out over those skis, brings it down, holds it
Beautiful
to the
jump
end.
past the K point,
Right
which is
knee
the
down,
red.
telemark.
Ooh, zaz.
Right back in there, huh? Going for it. Joey's committing on his score sheet. I'll go ahead and follow suit.
Bib 8, Josie Johnson, 69.5 meters.
Gosh, that's what I get. That's what I get. Hey, that's a beautiful, beautiful jump for Josie Johnson, putting it all the way down there at the bottom of the hill. 70 meters on her first jump.
And 69.5 meters on the second jump. Josie Johnson, right where she likes to be.
Tess Arnone on the
top. HS75.
Tess Arnone through the curve.
20 female class.
Tess Arnone well into that blue zone there. Nordic combined skier on the U.S. national team.
Bib 9, Seth Arnone, 59.5 meters.
59.5 meters. Call her a veteran on the circuit. Recent graduate from Steamboat Springs High School. 59.5 meters. A Nordic combined athlete, Tess Arnone. Should be followed by the special jumper out of Park City, Utah, Macy Olden.
Bib number 10, 43 meters on the first jump for Macy. Bib number 10 on the in run. Hitting the takeoff, in flight, beautiful V, nice solid
That's a nice jump for her.
Beautiful telemark landing all the way across the line.
I may not have my Central Tour statistics correctly, but I think Macy, particularly into drawing, like fashion drawings or something like that, coming back from Central Tour, some talk and some drawings being exchanged in the vehicle. So if I've got my story right there, a little tidbit about Macy. 43 on the first round jump.
Next jumper, bib 11, Alexa Brayback
46 meters, boosting it way up there for her second round jump. Solid jumping for Macy Olden.
Couple big hitters coming up here. Bibs number 11 and 12, Alexa Brayback and Adeline Swanson.
Neck and neck in the first round. Here comes our hometown favorite, Alexa Brayback.
65 meters on the first jump. Beautiful jump.
She thought that one was going in the river. I think she's right.
Almost had to put the brakes on if that's possible. Huge jump from Alexa.
She got a lot of height on that jump.
Bib 11, Alexa Brayback, 67.5.
Yep, she definitely saw herself heading towards the river on that one. 65 on the first.
Adeline Swanson right here, St. Paul Ski Club.
65 on the first, 67.5 meters on that second jump for Alexa Brayback. Man, she had some height on that jump.
Here comes Adeline, bib number 12. She will send it down the hill. She'll be looking to push that K point, folks. That's the red markings on the side. That's 70 meters.
And she'll need to keep herself in the hunt for the top step on the podium here. A special jumper out of St. Paul, Minnesota, Adeline Swanson. She does it.
She surpasses
she
the
does
K
it.
point right there.
Beautiful watching her jump.
Out jumping the markers, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll have to go to the electric marker for that one then, the high tech.
Bib 12, Adeline Swanson, 72.5 meters.
I committed to it. 66.5 on the first, a different universe on the second.
Ho hum, Mr. Miller, ho hum.
Time to open the popcorn.
72.5 meters for Adeline Swanson. She found herself in the long-standing jump contest last week in Norgie in the final 6 jumpers. Here comes Caden Graham.
That's the long jump of the day so far, ladies and gentlemen. 72.5 meters from Adeline Swanson.
Rutger Klug, bib number 13, coming up next. 55 meters on the first jump for Rutger.
Ben Strook, it's like he never left. We keep turning it over. Got a great new batch of stuff. Wasp number 4. It's almost like there's a nest of them in here or something. Rutger way down the hill there. 55 on the trial on the first. Give him more.
Bib 13, Rutger Klug, 55 meters.
Well, there we go. 5.5. Another 55-meter jump for Rutger Klug. Solid jumping for Rutger. He found his number and hit it 3 times in a row. Great job, Rutger, from Park City Ski and Snowboard Club. Next up, Root Repke, who's really putting on a jumping clinic here tonight. this afternoon, this morning on the HS75, the U16 category, really down and tight. A lot of confidence for this kid on the Central Tour. Building and building. Look at that big pop down the hill. Beautiful telemark landing. Holds it across the fall line. Great jumping for the Nordic combined skier out of Park City, Utah. Root Repke. 71 meters on that first competition jump. We'll see if he can match that. Here, this jump.
Repke, 66.5 meters.
A little bit off that first mark, 71 on the first, 66.5 on his second jump. Super stylish landing there for Root Repke.
Next jumper, bib 15, Oscar Delzell.
Bib 15, Oscar Delzell on bar. One of the young guns here in the competition. 45 meters on his trial jump, 41.5 on the first competition round. Settles those nerves, comes down through the dark curve, off the table. Beautiful V position, trust it, there we go. Oscar Delzell, hey, they don't mind you cheering for him, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause.
Bib 15, Oscar Delzell, 43 meters.
They're actually remarkably shy about you cheering for them, but we should anyway. 43 meters for Oscar Delzell. Great morning of jumping for Oscar. Way to go, OD. Sliding out on the bar will be Nathan Rend. Nathan Rend with an over 10-meter improvement from his trial jump to his competitive round jump. At 57.5 was the mark. Let's see what Nathan Rend can do here on this second competitive round jump. Deep breath, just trust the process and eases into that compact in-run position. Human flight, ladies and gentlemen. Nathan Rend, hold it straight. There we go. Got a little sideways, but brought it around straight. Nice telemark landing. Safe and sound for Nathan Rend, who will start to set his mind now towards the Nordic combined competition this afternoon.
Nathan Rend, 54 meters.
Where he'll be in the hunt for a podium there. Hey, that's another great jump. Jumped out of his mind in the first round of the competition. This round, 54 meters for Nathan Rend. I think he'll be happy with both of those jumps if he looks back with an open mind on that. Great jumping for Nathan Rend. Ryder Olden. Another one with a great improvement from the trial round to the first round. He got into the 60s, right at 60. He'll look to see what he can do on this next jump. In the air, nice V position, way down the hill. Another one who that jump I think went a little further than he thought it was going to. Made some adjustments in the air.
Bib 17, Ryder Olden, 60 meters.
Ryder Olden, brother of Macy. I presume, though, I've never seen the two of them together and don't know them particularly well. Ryder Olden from Park City, Utah, 60 meters. Right on the number again. Great job, Ryder.
Next up, bib number 18, Seth Rothschild, Park City Ski and Snowboard.
Seth with great improvement, 47 on the trial, 50 on the first round. Let's see what Seth can put together here for the second round of competition.
Next jumper, bib 18.
What a beautiful morning here at historic Howelsen Hill, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club, Saturday, February 5th, 2022. Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
Larry Johnson Memorial Tournament. Here we go. And we're not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of jumping left for you this morning. Heading over to the big hill after about 5 or 6 or 10 more jumps. Seth Rothschild there, though, putting in a nice, solid jump. Big round of applause from the Park City contingent. Love to hear that noise.
Bib 18, Seth Rothschild, 48 meters.
48 meters for Seth Rothschild. Come on, Steamboat folks, let's make as much noise as they are for our jumpers.
Tyler Phillips. It's the hot chocolate family right here. Thanks again. Park City Ski and Snowboard, bib number 19, 65 meters on that first jump.
Another Park City Ski and Snowboard athlete. We're going to hear the noise. Steamboat, let's make some noise too for Tyler Phillips. Been jumping here for a long time, and that's going to fly.
Nice looking jump.
Big, powerful jump there.
Big,
65 on the first. Right back in there again, I bet.
Probably a little bit less.
Hard to say for sure.
Bib 19, Tyler Phillips, 63 meters.
For us, although you've got a pretty good eye, Joey, for an old man.
65 on the first, 63 meters on the second, aging gracefully, I like to say.
He said, hey, I'll be happy to play a little bit of goal. Sure. I'll be happy. Hey, Miller, if you want to run around on the field a little bit, I'm happy to step in. I still have scabs on my knees and elbows from all that.
Here we go. Big round of applause right here. Owen Park jumping really well this weekend, really well this season. 50.5 on the first. Gets over his skis.
That's more. Come on. And that's an indication of how old we're getting. If I still have scabs on my elbows from something that happened just after Christmas.
You should have had a V8.
Bib 20, Owen Park.
Going to.
51 meters.
You remind me I should bring those into thaw, or V8s here in the booth. Hey, great jump for Owen Park.
What a great afternoon or morning for 51 on the trial, 50.5 on the first, and 51 on the second. Really consistent. That was his hill mark for the day, obviously. Logan Cadman, also really consistent. He's up next, 36 on the trial, 37 on the first. Here he is on the bar.
Bib 21, Logan Cadman on bar.
I gotta say, Mr. Miller, knowing what we know and judging by the jumps so far, same bar, little bit of different conditions, most of these jumpers finding themselves just a meter or two below what they were on their first jump. Probably the wind has gotten still, no help from Mother Nature on this
21,
one.
Logan Cadman, 37 meters.
And I don't really know what happens, honestly. I thought I saw a post recently where somebody said something about the flight conditions in the colder weather in the morning being favorable. I don't understand how that works. Maybe as it's warming up just a touch, although the track, I think, has probably been pretty consistent in the shade there all morning, and it's not gotten particularly warm outside. Who knows? Worth wondering about, though. I like wondering about things. 37 meters for Logan Cadman on both his first and second round jumps. Great jumping. Logan from Park City. Next up, Ethan Maynes, the Flying Hawaiian, 57 meters on his first jump. He'll be looking to get into those upper 50s again, if not into the 60s if he can get a hold of one.
It's the Flying Hawaiian, Ethan Maynes, over the tips, down the hill, little bit short of that P point. Again, he should be right in that mid-50s area.
Bib 23, Ethan Maynes, 56 meters.
57 on the first and 56 on the second for Ethan. Next up, Jackson Chute, a monster 59.5 meter jump on the first. Bib number 24, loading the bar. He will be looking to try and hit that 60 meter mark.
And I can't remember for sure, but I think Jackson had a little bit of wonk in that first jump too, right? So this one can definitely go into the 60s.
It did. His skis got a little sideways on him. He brought him back to the ground nice and safe during his flight. Here comes Jackson, 59.5 on the first.
Hunting up into the second. Beautiful jump there. Really, really nice jump. Really nice jump, technically sound. Pulled that a little bit more into control. I think you like the style on that jump.
53.5 meters.
Off just a touch on the distance, but that's okay. I think he's cleaning up some other things. 53.5 meters on that second jump.
59.5 on the first, 53.5 on the second. It does, however, and again, we're just the talking heads here, it does, however, back up our point. We see the flags moving a little bit. The conditions are a little different in the second round than the first. Most of these consistent jumpers are finding themselves a meter or two
and I think
the same or meter or two shorter than the first jump.
I think the sauce here is to not try and change things. You take what the hill gives you. Wow.
And then there's Austin Johnson, who can erase everything we just said. 61.5 on the first, and I think he's going to be pushing that 60 meter mark again.
There's a beautiful jump there for Austin.
Really looking good this season.
25, Austin Johnson, 63.5.
Well, there we go. I was just getting ready to say before Austin went off that I think the last 4 or 5 jumpers will tell us a little bit more experience. We'll see if that holds true. And in fact.
And he did. So 61.5 on the first and 63.5 meters on the second. So everything I said just before that may not mean anything.
Park City in the house. Here comes another couple of your jumpers. Next up, Augie Repke.
Park City, ski and snowboard. Augie in flight. Nice job, safe Augie. Jump there from Augie. 47 meters on the first.
I can see it coming together from Augie on every single jump he takes. I like what's going on there.
Augie Repke, 41 meters.
41 meters on that jump for Augie.
And here comes the fastest, maybe the fastest skier in the field. Ethan Maynes will have something to say about that. Nathan Rend will have something to say about that. They will be racing in the 3K. I believe Ian's going to be racing in the 5K, if I understand it correctly. 36 meters on the first. As I understand it, Mr. Miller, the first year U14s will be in the 3K, the second year U14s in the 5K, those who choose to Nordic Combine. Ian will be putting pressure on the skiers ahead of him, no doubt.
Ooh, brings it down safely. Doesn't matter where those tails lie on, ladies and gentlemen. The markers are looking for where the arch of the foot, I think, technically comes down. Right in the middle of the foot is where they mark the distance.
I do agree.
So you can drag the tails halfway down the hill if you wanted to. It's all meters until that foot touches the ground.
Tarmac, 36.5 meters.
And I think that's a good example. I think, from where the tails touched to where his feet came down is probably another 3 meters. 36 on the first jump and the trial jump. 36.5, so getting a little bit better every time.
Now again, to back up the theory that Austin disproved, Arthur Tyrone, the student, bib number 29, his teammate Sawyer Graves, bib 30.
In the air.
68 meters on the first jump for Arthur. I believe that will be just a little bit shorter. And again,
style.
Maybe my theory does hold. 68 meters on the first.
Shouldn't question yourself. Just be right or wrong.
Who am I?
Just be right or wrong. You are Joey Rend.
Why am I here?
Because you like hanging out with me.
I do.
64.5 meters.
64.5 meters for Arthur Tyrone.
And we love watching ski jumping.
I love ski jumping. 68 meters on the first.
I love the ski jumping. The Nordic combined too.
64.5 meters on the second. I love everything about these disciplines. So thankful my children have chosen this program with this program director and these coaches and these families. This is the best. Sawyer Graves, bib 30, soy sauce, the flying saucer!
He flew. That was flight. I could see it.
He likes it. I think we're going to see another 70-meter jump here, Sawyer.
Bib 30, Sawyer Graves, 71 meters.
Well, I was wrong.
Yep, you thought there would be a 70-meter jump.
It's not a 70-meter jump.
No.
It's a 71-meter jump. 70 on the first, 71 on the second. Sawyer Graves, he don't give no you-know-what about any hill conditions. 70 and 71. Last jumper on the HS75. The one U20 male we have in the class. It's Miller time.
Thomas Miller eyeing down that jump that he's seen so many times.
65 meters on the first jump. Miller time. In flight.
We put that one down the hill.
Wow!
Boy, it's clean, and it's clean.
Bib number 31.
I'm not supposed to say it, but I saw it.
Nice subtle fist pump from Thomas Miller. Come on.
31.
Give it to us.
72 meters.
Well,
okie dokie.
He gave it to us.
Okie dokie.
He gave it to us. Hey, I love that he went for it. He's moving over to the 90 next, and he's got a lot of things in his sights. 63.5 on the trial, 65 in his first round, and then goes out and just simply puts it down the hill. A 72-meter jump for Thomas Miller in the U20 category here on the HS75. Great to see Thomas jumping this morning. That a boy.
Well worth the price of admission, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to finish. Thomas just 0.5 short of the long jump of the morning. That belongs to Adeline Swanson at 72.5 meters, followed by Thomas Miller, 72.
Roger, thank you.
Sawyer Graves with 71 and 70, and I believe Root Repke also cashing in on a 71-meter jump today.
Important announcement. Important announcement. These are all important announcements.
Important.
10:21 on my electronic timer here. We're going to shoot for getting the HS100 comp going at 10:45.
10:45 it is. You guys have 24 minutes to go get something warm to drink, hydrate, go grab a little bite to eat, maybe go pee-pee or something like that.
We'll get confirmation. We may have a few 4-jumpers that stick around to 4-jump. I heard that on the radio earlier. We'll confirm that in a little bit. And then, presuming we've got everybody around 2, 4, 6, 8 senior female competitors on the HS100, excuse me, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 senior competitors on the HS100. Ski jumping action on the Big Hill, not the big hill. We haven't seen Big Howie in a few years, but the 100 is looking absolutely stunningly gorgeous this afternoon. More great jumping. All experienced jumpers you'll see on the HS100. Please stick around whether you're on the live stream or whether you're here in person for this great ski jumping exhibition and competition at the Larry Johnson Memorial Rocky Mountain Division Junior Championships Qualifier number 2, presented by and hosted by the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. This is the Large Hills Special Jumping and Nordic Combined competition. Let's thank just real quick our silver annual support partners who are our highlight sponsor group for this particular competition, starting with Christie Sports.
They are ski and snowboard rentals.
Colorado Event Rentals.
Event rentals, planning, and hospitality services.
Duckles Construction.
Highway, street, and bridge construction.
Honey Stinger.
All natural sports nutrition.
Letson Enterprises.
Construction services for new homes, home additions, and renovations.
Nordic Excavating.
Newborns, earth moving and grading, underground utility installation, and roadway construction.
Resort Group.
Total Resort Services.
Truffle Pig and Carl's Tavern.
Eat well, be happy.
Adeline, Swanson, Thomas Miller, Sawyer Graves, all with appointments on the deck down there. Root Repke with appointments down there on the sun deck at Carl's with those monster jumps. Josie Johnson with an appointment down there as well. Alexa Braybeck. Boy, the list goes on and on of great distances in that first round. It's hard in the morning. I'm a little bit more focused tonight to tell how the style is going to play in today, or if it seems like the distance margins as we get into these bigger hills are just a little bit more where it's less like biting your nails on the results.
Well, like we always say, Mr. Miller, in this sport, distance is king. However, style matters. And a quick thank you to the City of Steamboat Springs, Deer Park Road, Native Excavating, Smart Wool, Steamboat Radio, Steamboat Ski and Resort Corporation, Steamboat Orthopedic and Spine Institute, Steamboat Sotheby's International Realty, Twin Enviro Services, UC Health, Yampa Valley Bank,
BAP and Big Agnes, Cloud9 Integrated Systems, Melinda H. Sherman, Moe's Original Barbecue, and Steamboat Specialties. And hey, we can't do this with just, and boy, the just doesn't sound right. We can't do this with just our paid staff, which includes the best staff in the business, led by Todd Wilson on the discipline side. You'll get to see highlighted next up Carl Denny and Garrett Fisk's athletes on the HS100, but supported heavily by
Josh Hansen,
Sam Hairhouse, and then a cadre.
We all want that head of hair, don't we? I miss that hair. I used to have something similar.
I bet you did.
Not no mo.
No, Mr. Miller's just got to get rid of it.
Not no mo.
We've got running into the cul-de-sac big time on top. Hey, how about our technical delegation?
How about those guys like
Keeping it safe.
Paul Andrews, Glenn Jones, Alan Belshaw. The judges, Greg Friedman, Elisa Maynes, Dan Braybeck, Sally Wither, Mick O'Hara.
And
the volunteers more. Today.
Lots of them.
Many. Stephanie Wilson and Sandy Graves, not rostered. We've got Ben Strook handling the starting duties. Michelle Linnaeus tending to a sick jumper, hopefully getting back here for the Nordic Combined race.
Fluids.
Ben Shute. Heather Park. Oh, Stephanie Wilson is rostered. Jill Brayback.
Let's mention her twice.
Stephanie Wilson.
I have no doubt that being the wife of the program director is plenty of a job.
Inherent sacrifices made in the Wilson household for sure.
And then, by the way, not to mention the Denny household and the Fisk household.
Absolutely.
I know Cash misses him when he's gone.
Absolutely.
Right? So lots goes on behind the scenes. Who else is out there helping us out?
We've got Jill Brayback, Christine Russell, Brooks Graham, Caden Graham doing some running. Sarah Cherry, I'm Joey, he's Andrew. And then later this afternoon, stay tuned because the announcing tandem of Daniel Braybeck and Mr. Miller will get it on in the rodeo grounds.
You won't hear much from me unless you hear the cackle of the radio. I'll go deep and dark on the course and try and bring some updates to Dan Braybeck as he calls it through.
The spotting is key. We're also thankful for Jill Braybeck, for Sandra Moore, Michael Moore, Kate Warnke, Christine Russell again. Amy Tyrone helps out with the skate recording. Jessica Devon will be back. Chris Johnson, Deirdre Mewborn, Chelsea Hodge, Dana Miller, and Laura Graham. Always consistently in the office. Chris Johnson, Deirdre Mewborn, Chelsea Hodge, Dana Miller, Laura Graham, Chris Johnson, Deirdre Mewborn, Chelsea Hodge, Dana Miller, Laura Graham. Those women are putting in long hours before we get here, long hours after we leave. Thank you.
Thank you also to the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club executive staff.
Sarah Floyd, John Nolting, and Dave Stewart. And while we've got your ears, for those of you that are left, without spoiling anything, we've got some announcements to make with regards to yesterday's results. Congratulations to the HS Alpine female class, Lily Stein in first, Tatum Shute in second. The HS20 Open female class, Livia Spector in first, Madeline Butler in second. What a competition we had with the U10 female Nordic class on the HS20 last night. The gold going to Zaina Rend, the Flying Z, Lomax McCrank of Park City in second, and Ellie Friedman grabbing that third podium spot on the HS20. Congratulations to Brecklin McCarthy taking the HS20 Alpine male class and the hotly contested HS20 U10 male class.
These awards all being formally recognized after the Nordic Combined race this afternoon.
Right around 4:15 in the rodeo grounds. Ryder Robinson grabbing that top spot. Luke Matthey, the second place, and Theo Mall in third.
It's 10:28 as we see our technical delegation move down from their post up on the HS75. They'll slide right over to the HS100. Shooting for a start time on the trial round on the HS100 at 10:45 if you're keeping track of time, 10:45. It continues.
HS30 Open female class, congratulations to Eliza Linford.
Hey,
and
you guys doing this sober or not?
Careful, we are doing it with a live mic. The technical delegation making sure that everything's going well. That's broadcasting worldwide, Paul.
Mackenzie Maynes taking the first spot on the HS. The HS45 U14 female class, Eva Monado, Ella Wilson, and Emma Russell. The three E's, no surprise there, and all within
the three amigos.
Yeah,
amigos.
All within
Nathan liked
three. All within 6.8 points. Eva Monado grabbing first, Ella Wilson grabbing second.
Exciting Nordic Combined race.
Emma Russell, it's going to be such an exciting Nordic Combined race. And the U14 male class, HS45, top spot going to Sawyer Graves, followed closely by Arthur Tyrone, and then man was it close to fight for that third spot, although it was Ethan Maynes closely edging out teammate Nathan Rend and Jackson Shute. Again, the point differential, barely 35 points in that top 10. Sawyer Graves, Arthur Tyrone, Ethan Maynes, Nathan Rend, Jackson Shute, Nico Bowdry, Ridge Barnes, Owen Park, Oscar Delzell, and Logan Walker. Congratulations, one and all.
10:31, shooting for 10:45 for trial round action on the HS100. That 100 competition will go super fast. So we'll get things going and we'll get these athletes back home or somewhere warm to get some food and fueled up. I bet, I'd have to count, but I bet half or more of the athletes participating in the Nordic combined races again this afternoon. All jumpers that you've seen before this afternoon on the HS100, Haley Braybeck, Bonnie Larson, Stella Hazrick, Josie Johnson, Tess Arnone, Macy Olden, Alexa Brayback, and Adeline Swanson on the ladies' side. And on the men's side, you'll see one additional skier. I haven't seen him out and about, but I certainly hope he's getting ready to head on up. Eric Lynch. There was a phenomenal article about a month and a half ago in the Steamboat Pilot about Eric Lynch, working on making a comeback from some illness back up to the elite level of the sport. So you'll see Thomas Miller and Eric Lynch duking it out up on the HS100. And Tyler Phillips and company will have something to say about that as well. But we'll see Sawyer Graves, I hope, for jumping on the 100. Sawyer, of course, having hit the 45 in comp last night and then hitting the 75 today. Rules of engagement here in ski jumping and Nordic combined competitions changing over maybe the last 10 years or so, but to the benefit of speeding things up, you jump your age level jump, and then you're allowed to jump up as a special jumper, one jump. If we had everybody, these guys all eager and most of them able to jump multiple hills, but the competition should just last till midnight, which wouldn't bother Joey and I too much, but we're not out there marking. So action getting ready to get underway here on the HS100, that's hill size 100, in both the senior female and senior male categories. Rutger Klug, Rupke, Ryder Olden, Tyler Phillips, Thomas Miller, and Eric Lynch. On the men's side, Haley Brayback, Bonnie Larson, Stella Hazrick, Josie Johnson, Tess Arnone, Macy Olden, Alexa Brayback, and Adeline Swanson. The Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club athletes duking it out for a potential spot on the Junior Championships team, for the opportunity to represent their region, the Rocky Mountain Division, in competition at the Junior Championships, which will be held this year in Connecticut. People say Connecticut, ski jumping, you bet. In the Midwest and in the East, a lot of these jumps are built up on scaffolding. We're lucky to have our jumps built into the profile of the hill, but you get up on those scaffolds in the Midwest, and as they get progressively taller, they get a little bit creaky and movementy in the wind, but enjoyable nonetheless. So a lot of ski jumping tradition on the East Coast, Lake Placid, Connecticut, there jumps in New Hampshire, Vermont. Brattleboro is where the team will head for the week before. Brattleboro the week before Junior Championships. Just having come back, many of these athletes from the Central Tour, the older, there's Wasps number 5 and 6 on the day. So the athletes having been, let's see, in Eau Claire, in Minneapolis, in Ishpeming, and then in Westby, Wisconsin, and then a huge contingent of up-and-comer and veteran athletes going back a week later. Garrett Fisk hosting the team in Norgay, just outside of Chicago. And I tell you what, they know how to do it in Norgay, putting it together for the biggest party in the Midwest, maybe. They do not. I said this online, and I meant this as a compliment. Some people took it a little bit the wrong way. It's just meant to be a compliment. They do not take their ski jumping for granted in the Midwest.
No way. They've sent 3 Olympians out of Norgay this go around. They sent 2 Olympians to Pyeongchang in South Korea.
Easy for you to say.
Excuse me, 3 also in 2018. One thing I did notice though, while we were there in Norgay, and it is the biggest party in ski jumping in the United States of America, but a lot of these kids grow up not knowing how to ski. They ski jump. But we take it for granted here. We all grow up skiing. They don't ski. So the first couple weeks of their program, Mr. Miller, are spent learning how to stop.
An important skill.
It really is.
An important skill.
It really is.
One of the main reasons I never took up hockey, and skating backwards.
They ski jump, but they don't ski. So the predominant part of their time spent on the snow is on their jump skis. It's super interesting.
Whereas, we've got kids that I think this weekend are probably going to sneak right at the bottom, don't take for granted that there's no action happening. We do have some training jumps happening on the 45. I assume some friends from Park City taking advantage of the opportunity to be here in town. It could be locals. It's hard to say sometimes. Top bar and it off the 45. Should get some good distance here. Nice compact in run. Beautiful deal. Holds on to it. Really went for it there, that jumper. Nice job. So 2 categories. When you move over to the HS100, you're jumping in the senior category today. That means we've got, I don't know how old Eric Lynch is, but I'm guessing not any younger than 23 or 24, maybe a bit older than that even. So we'll have all the way from a veteran like Eric Lynch fighting his way back to that top elite level, and boy, Eric Lynch skate a little bit. Thomas Miller, 16-year-old from here in Steamboat. Tyler Phillips, I bet Tyler's 15 or 16. I'm not positive about that. Ryder Olden in there as well. Root Repke really putting on a clinic on the 75, coming into his own more and more every time I see him jump, and that's exciting to see. Rutger Klug, that's the backwards starting list, so they'll be going from Rutger forward. And on the ladies' side, Haley Braybeck and Bonnie Larson we saw in action just a little bit earlier from Steamboat Springs. Stella Hasrick out of the Blackhawk Ski Club in Madison, Wisconsin. Josie Johnson from Park City, Tess Arnone from Steamboat Springs, Macy Olden, Alexa Brayback, and Adeline Swanson on the women's side. And these guys are all veterans. They all know what's going on. They'll come down, they'll go back up. 3 jumps each, 1 trial or practice jump, and then 2 jumps to count.
Positions for the HS100. They didn't.
This is the part of the competition where the technical delegation are technically delegating. That's Paul Andrews, Glenn Jones, and Alan Belshaw. They're conferring with the judges, Greg Friedman, Elisa Maynes, Dan Brayback, Sally Wither, Mick O'Hara. It is one big conversation, talking to the Hill crew, most notably Chief of Hill, Todd Wilson, and they are getting everything all set. Mr. Miller.
Thank you to our gold annual support partners with the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club, City of Steamboat Springs,
Deer Park Road,
Native Excavating,
Smart Wool,
Steamboat Radio,
Steamboat Ski and Resort Corporation,
Steamboat Orthopedic and Spine Institute,
Steamboat Sotheby's International Realty,
Twin Enviro Services,
UC Health,
Yampa Valley Bank,
and a big shout to the Silver Annual Support Partners.
Today is their day, Christie Sports,
Ski and Snowboard Rentals,
Colorado Events Rentals,
Event Rentals, Planning and Hospitality Services.
Thank you to Dunkles Construction,
Highway, Street, and Bridge Construction.
Honey Stinger,
All Natural Sports Nutrition.
Have a Waffle, Letson Enterprises,
Construction Services for new homes, home additions, and renovations.
Nordic Excavating,
Earth Moving.
Newborn,
And Grading.
Newborn,
Underground Utility Installation.
thank you Newborns,
And Roadway Construction Services.
Resort Group,
Total Resort Services.
Truffle Pig and Carl's Tavern.
Eat well, be happy.
Hey, and thank you to our bronze annual support partners, Bap and Big Agnes,
Cloud9 Integrated Systems.
Melinda H. Sherman,
Moe's Original Barbecue.
Steamboat Specialties.
Thank you so much, Steamboat Specialties, for the super sharp polo shirts that were designed and made for the U14 group that just traveled to Norgie. Thank you.
Thanks to our coaching staff.
Starting with Program Director Todd Wilson.
Thanks, Todd.
We've got Carl Denny, the
Thank you,
U16, U18 coach, the U14 coach, Garrett Fisk, U12, Josh Hansen, and the U10 head coach, Sam Hare House.
Thank you also to our many other unnamed coaching volunteers and part-time staff.
Greg Friedman, Billy and Devin Delzell. We've got Kathleen. We've got Scott Larson.
Ben Barron.
We've got Ben Barron, Jeff Monado.
We'll miss somebody.
Adam Maynes doing the younger age groups.
Yeoman's work there.
Yeah. His wife Elisa helping him out on various Thursdays, from what I understand.
Thank you to the admin staff, the executive admin staff at the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. Starts at the top.
It does. We've got...
And boy, are they coming into a busy season. Olympic send-off today. And if I understand correctly, I might not. A beautiful ceremony tonight. I think we'll see maybe parents of Olympians honored in person and maybe recorded messages from our Olympians as well.
I would gather with the opening ceremonies already happening and a lot of the training happening over there in Beijing.
And then Winter Carnival right around the corner.
Winter Carnival right around the corner. Please pick up your button. We haven't even mentioned that yet.
Button and or buff this year.
You can purchase a button for $10. All athletes get their buttons. And then I believe for $15 you can also purchase a buff. That is the #1 fundraiser each year for the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports
You'll
Club.
see them at City Market.
Is the Winter Carnival.
See them at Safeway.
We've got the soiree, buttons all the way around town.
Don't try-
$10.
don't try-
$10 make you holla!
Don't. Oh my goodness. Let me get. Where's my bankroll? Oh boy. It's a. Here, I'm gonna open the popcorn.
He's in.
No, I'm not.
I'm joking.
No, I'm not. We'll salvage
$10 for the Winter Carnival buttons, $15 for the buffs.
And I've seen
but
it.
We didn't get to it yet.
Hold on.
No. Sarah Floyd, John Knowlton, Dave Stewart. Of course, we've got the support staff up there as well.
Don't you dare try and sneak into the competitions or the events without your button. Don't be a cheapskate. I see the talk of it. I see people trying to get away with it. Just don't. It's for the kids. It's for the community. It's for Howelsen Hill.
It is $10.
10, which we've covered. We've covered what that'll do for you.
It will make you holla.
Is that an A?
It is.
H-A-L-L-A or H-O-L-L-A?
H-O-L-L-A-H.
Sounds like. Hey, by the way, is our aunt around today? Is Auntie around?
She is. She is shuttling Nathan home right now. We'll give her a shout out when she returns.
Get some rest.
Don't know that she will return, but a big shout out to Auntie Brenda making the trip from New York to come support Nathan and Zayna. Very nice.
And I did see the Chuck Brayback family is watching online, so congratulations. A lot of Owen Park fans watching online, and why wouldn't you be a fan of Owen Park? We saw some love, I think, from Jumpin' Josie Johnson, Smiling Josie Johnson's mom, appreciative of the live stream. So again, big shout out to the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club for providing the live stream of this and all ski jumping and Nordic combined activities this year. They have really, coronavirus hit.
Sarah asked if you would continue to remind people about the Olympic send-off tonight.
The folks,
and that the youngsters should be here in their Winter Sports Club jackets.
Yep.
Team spirit.
It is. This happened to us last night too. They don't listen to us. They want us to be strong with the message. I want to do it again. Like we just mentioned, the schedule of events concludes tonight with the Olympic send-off. I think we supposed that we would maybe honor some parents in person, and then we'd get some recorded messages. I don't know any of this for sure, but in our thanking of Sarah Floyd and John Knowlton and the rest just a few moments ago, remember, if you are a Winter Sports Club athlete, please come and deck yourself out. Winter Carnival, we have to be careful with the flames and the flares and all that with our jackets and whatnot. Hey, bring your Winter Sports Club kit. Represent and show these Olympians from Steamboat Springs that we're here for them.
Not only bring it, Mr. Miller, but let's wear it. Let's wear our Winter Sports Club hats. Let's wear our sponsored, filled Winter Sports Club podium jackets. Thank you, Helly Hansen. Let's come out and support. Let's bring the cowbells, the noisemakers, the vuvuzelas. Wear your jackets. Wear all of your gear. Let's be here 5 o'clock.
And
Steamboat Olympic send-off on the Howelsen face.
Let's show
right here at Howelsen Hill.
You can see the stage just over to Looker's left, already set up and ready to go. We'll have a cauldron rocking and rolling.
I have a feeling we'll probably be hearing a little bit of Gardner Flanagan tonight.
The whole deal. But listen, these kids have come up through the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club program. You see them shouting out the club as being essential to their development and growth all the time. Let's show them that we're here for them by turning out in numbers and with our Winter Sports Club garb on our backs, heads, and hands.
Back home in upstate New York when we're on our beloved Buffalo Bills, may they rest in peace this season.
Any big moves? Any big moves for the Bills? Are they going to?
We say let's be loud and proud, and we want to translate that to tonight. Again, the Steamboat Olympic send-off, 5 o'clock on Howelsen Face. Buy your button, then buy your neighbor's button, then buy your friend's button, and buy a button. Extra button. Let's continue to buy those buttons, buy those buffs, wear your jackets. Let's show up And yes, to answer your question, we have a new offensive coordinator. His name is Ken Dorsey. We have a new quarterbacks coach. His name is Joe Brady. Obviously, when you have the success that the Buffalo Bills do, other teams want to take your assistant general manager. They want to take your offensive coordinator, and that's the kind of thing that happens.
So it works.
We have the consistency and the stability of Sean McDermott and Brandon Bean.
Transitioning now back to Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club.
Larry Johnson Memorial and Rocky Mountain Division Junior Championship qualifier number 2.
Hey, I'm gonna go in the Wayback Machine, and I hope Judge O'Hara can hear me. I remember him stopping by a couple of years ago to give us a little bit of background. I did not know Larry Johnson personally, but Larry Johnson, definitely a fan of the Winter Sports Club and this discipline in particular. He used to ride his bike around town a lot, back and forth to work. A big supporter of all outdoors activities and things in the community. Larry's trail, my favorite uphill on the Howelsen Emerald Network, starts steep and switchbacky and then goes into power climb mode from there as it works its way up to Prayer Flag Meadow, named in honor of Larry Johnson. We'll have 2 4 jumpers.
You copy, we're going to go with gate 17
We'll have
for both classes.
2 4 jumpers. We'll bring you their names. They'll announce them as they go onto the bar. And then we'll get right
for men and women.
into things.
Copy that. And
Whew.
just let me know when you want
It's coming.
jumpers.
Sawyer and...
Okay, announcers, I've got some 4 jumpers going.
All right, we've got a couple 4 jumpers that are going to come into action right now. All right, just let us know and we'll announce them. So here are 4 jumpers. Our 4 jumpers here in Steamboat
Bring the first one to the bar if he's ready.
typically a little bit younger athletes who are helping us make sure that we've got everything dialed in on the jump before we start our practice round. A little bit of a privilege for these jumpers to be able to do the 4 jumping, and it's fun to watch them jump and get this opportunity in front of this great crowd with a full hill of markers, typically on a bigger hill than they are qualified competition-wise to jump. They maybe jump the 45 and the 75, and now a shot to get a little bit of air on the 90. We'll bring you their names here as they come flying down. 2 4 jumpers, I understand, at the top.
We generally like to call them affectionately guinea pigs. My guess is one of them's going to be...
Mom Bear Noni on bar, bar 21.
Oh my gosh, it couldn't be any better than this. Pat Arnone will be our first 4 jumper. On the bar, ladies and gentlemen, clear the area at the bottom of the stadium. This guy's got to bring some speed. Pat doing his great job of taking care of that hill this morning, getting in great shape, and Pat likes to hi-ya off that knoll. That boy, Pat. That's a new suit for Pat.
That is a new suit, a dark suit for Pat.
I missed the old one. I bet it was not. I bet it just fell apart.
Well, I was going to say, the problem is it wasn't the old one. It was like the old 6.
I bet it just disintegrated. Hey, Pat Arnone, 62 meters on that 4 jump.
My guess it's going to be Sawyer Graves. If my money is good, I think the next one could be Sawyer Graves. Unless Coach Garrett wants to rest him, but he's not a Nordic combined skier anymore.
And if your money, and if the first bill you pull out, you got a whole group of 10s in there and 1s, as I understand. So you got a shot. Sure enough, Sawyer Graves next up.
Sure enough. Watch this kid fly. He will push this thing down the hill. This kid, pound for pound, he and Jason Colby, 2 of the best jumpers you'll see in the United States of America.
Forget about pound for pound, straight up.
Look at Sawyer Graves hit that K-point. Attaboy, way to fly.
One of the advantages of being a 4 jumper too, I think you can kind of pick your bar a little bit too.
Sawyer Graves, 88 meters.
Really sending it down the hill. 88 meters for Sawyer Graves. Great job.
88 meters, Sawyer Graves. The technical delegation will now confer, make sure their bar settings are accurate, and we will get ready to roll.
The hill is impeccable. Haley Brayback should be our first jumper, bid number 2.
Thank you to Robbie Shine and the Hill crew here at the City of Steamboat Springs complex, the Howelsen Hill complex, working hard to make this hill look good. Obviously, the coach is having a big part of it, as we've alluded to several times here. Todd Wilson, Carl Denny, Sam House, Josh Hansen, and such thereof.
More 29, Arthur Tyrone on
more 4 jumpers, Arthur Tyrone next up.
Some say more cowbell, we say more 4 jumpers. He's earned it. Arthur Tyrone, the student. Woo! Sending it down that hill, Arthur. You're going to like that one. He does.
More Tyrone.
Arthur Tyrone, 80 meters.
Thank you very much. And what a great little rowdy crowd we've got out there. I hear him. 80 meters for Arthur Tyrone on that jump. Beautiful style.
88 meters for Sawyer Graves, 80 for Arthur Tyrone, and 62 meters for Pat Arnone.
Okay, everybody, here we go with the first trial round.
All right, trial round. These are practice jumps, ladies and gentlemen. First up should be Haley Brayback, bib number 2.
Pro 17.
You might die.
It's almost.
Glenn, are you going to tell me when to put them on the motion? Just wait for the score. No, I will call you to the bar.
All right. Working out the order of operations at the top. Brayback will be the first jumper, followed by Bonnie Hazard, Josie Johnson. Brayback from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Brayback clan watching back home. Welcome, Chuck. Thanks for dialing in. There's your granddaughter. Pretty special for sure. Haley Brayback. Let's make a lot of noise for Haley. One of the fastest skiers on the skate course this afternoon, I guarantee you.
42 meters.
42 meters, I think, for Haley Brayback there. 42 meters. Nice solid trial round jump for Haley. Figuring it out. Was just on the 75. Now acclimating to the 100.
Another heroic effort by Mr. John Nolting, reading and recognizing that the wireless mic for the live stream could be running low. Comes in here, gets us all plugged in and ready to go.
You thought you were going to get away with it.
We did. We were going to start to get a little bit crazy in here. All right, Bonnie Larson, bib number 4. Look up high, up in the sky. Here comes Bonnie.
Into the light. Wow, that's a good jump.
Beautiful jump, Bonnie Larson. Trial plus 2.
Bonnie was a scratch. That was a Stella.
That was a Stella Hasrick, ladies and gentlemen, from the Blackhawk Ski Club. The mistake's always in the booth. Always in the booth, keeping straight. We got that. Bonnie Sue Larson.
Estella Hasrick, ladies and gentlemen. Estella Hasrick.
Thank you, Estella. Great jump. We apologize to everybody involved for getting that wrong.
They don't pay us to listen. They pay us to talk.
Josie Johnson next on bar.
Can we get a repeat on the distance? Estella Hasrick, please.
Great jump.
70 meters.
Josie Johnson next up. Estella Hasrick with a 70-meter jump.
Oh,
Great
she's
job.
going to really like that.
Here comes Josie Johnson. She'll boost that up. Let's get another one in the 10 spot.
Way down the hill for smiling Josie Johnson.
Let off, floated some more. The Park City crowd goes wild.
Josie Johnson, 80.5 meters.
There we go. We just go ahead and jump right on up to the next 10 spot. 80.5 meters for Josie Johnson.
Next jumper, bib 9, Tess Arnone on bar.
Tess Arnone next up, bib number 9. Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. USA Nordic Sport National Team. Nordic Combined. Tess Arnone in flight. Trial jumps, these are practice jumps. Got a little windmilly, something not quite right off the takeoff on that one. That's why we practice.
Bib 9, Tess Arnone, 56 meters.
56 meters on that jump for Tess Arnone. 56 meters. We'll step out for a second.
Next jumper, bib 10, Macy
Bib number 10, Macy Olden next up from Park City Ski and Snowboard Club in Park City, Utah. Got 2 Bens running the show on the hill. Ben Strook up top, running the starter duty in the shade all day. And then Ben Shute running our chief of distance down below. Thank you to both Bens for keeping this competition rolling right along. Macy Olden with a nice floaty jump there.
Bib 10, Macy Olden, 50 meters.
50 meters for Macy Olden there. 50 meters for Macy Olden. Now here come the 2 that were duking it out on the 75, along with Josie Johnson. Both these jumpers will want to see this get into the 80s in the competition round. 80.5 for Josie Johnson in her trial round jump. Here comes Alexa Braybeck, another USA Nordic Sport National Team Nordic Combined member from here in Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
junior at Steamboat Springs High School. Great jump there for Lex. Beautiful, floats that thing right back down to the ground. The crowd goes wild, as they should.
Bib 11, Alexa Brayback, 80 meters.
80 big meters for Alexa Brayback. 80 meters for Alexa. Looked effortless. Adeline Swanson should be next up from St. Paul, Minnesota.
Next jumper, bib 12, Adeline Swanson.
In fact, it's bib number 12, Adeline Swanson. Representing the St. Paul Ski Club. One of my favorite ski club logos in the ski jumping business here. I like their old school logo. And there's Adeline Swanson way down the hill. Nice left knee bent telemark landing.
Bib 12, Adeline Swanson, 79 meters.
And she dials it in at 79 meters. So the top of the class there is on distance, Adeline Swanson at 79, Alexa Brayback at 80, and just a touch more, 80.5 for Josie Johnson. Estella Hasrick right behind him at 70 meters.
15, Rudger Klug on bar.
Rudger Klug next on bar. We move over to the senior male category. This is bib number 13, Rudger Klug. From Park City, Utah, through the curve, into the air. It's a nice looking jump there for Rudger.
Doorknob just broke on my rental property. Oh,
13, Rudger Klug, 52 meters.
52 meters for Rudger
Jumper to the
Klug.
bar.
80, wow.
And so here we go, next to the bar.
All right, Mr. Miller, I'm back. We had a little issue.
Rutke on bar.
Root Repke next up. Root's been jumping out of his mind this weekend.
Root.
Jumps on the 75, so impressive, and it was great because of where he's at in the start list. I love that when somebody just one or two in, boosts it down. You can do it on
Blows it
this
up.
jump too. Root Repke.
Blows it up right there to the P point. Those are the blue lines, folks. The K point. You can see the sideways K on the hill right there on the red.
You're learning.
Love the sport.
14, Rutke, 77.5 meters.
And exactly what you just said, Mr. Miller. He's listed second on the sheet, and he just boosted a 77.5 meter jump for Root Retke. Trial jump +2.
Got a triumvirate of Park City ski and snowboard athletes here. We'll wait
Jumper, bib 17.
Wait till we hear from
Ryder
the-
on bar.
top for sure, but Ryder Olden, in fact, is on the bar. Let's see what Ryder can do here on this Hillsize 100. Well, that's a nice looking jump. Forward over his skis. Nice telemark landing. Great work, Ryder.
Next up, his teammate from Park City Ski and Snowboard will be Tyler Phillips, followed by Miller time, Thomas Miller, and we'll close out the round with veteran Eric Lynch.
69 meters for Ryder Olden. 69 meters.
Don't look at me like that.
Didn't.
Tyler Phillips, bib number 19, Park City Ski and Snowboard up next.
Welcome to Steamboat, to the Phillips family. No strangers to this hill.
Jumper, bib 19.
Maybe the best hot chocolate I've ever had.
You said that in not so many words last night. You gave me one of those looks like, wow.
Well, I am a chocolate aficionado, and you can never have enough chocolate, and it just came at the right time.
It was pretty chocolate.
I brought my own, and it blew mine away.
Great job for Tyler Phillips there. He'll be right back in there. The Park City contingent goes crazy out there. Cowbells, bugle horns.
19, Tyler Phillips, 75 meters.
Those of you that are listening online can't hear the raucousness of the crowd. It's unbelievable, like nothing I've heard before here in Steamboat. 75 meters on that jump for Tyler Phillips. Great jump for Tyler.
What time is it?
It's Miller time. Thomas Miller.
Here he comes, bib number 31.
Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club athlete.
An incredible second jump on the HS75 from a lower bar, I might
Bib
add.
number 31.
Here he comes. Looking
Thomas
for
Miller.
big things from Thomas Miller right here. Come on, show us something in the 80s, Thomas. Show us something in the 80s. It's going to be close.
Hey, that's a pretty cool, kid. Make a bunch of noise for Thomas Miller! Thanks for making him feel at home.
31, Thomas Miller, 89 meters.
Well,
He almost disobeyed. He almost disobeyed. You said, hey, give us something in the 80s.
And what did he do?
Wow. Thomas Miller, 89 meters.
4 jumpers ready to go.
And Eric Lynch, unfortunately, we're not going to see tonight. It doesn't sound like 89 big meters on the trial jump for Thomas Miller, right where he wants to be.
We're going to miss Mr. Lynch. Here they come. It's going to be Pat Arnone, Sawyer Graves, and Arthur Tyrone. 4 jumping for us. Ladies and gentlemen, the rounds will go quick.
Hey.
Don't mind if I do.
Hey, should have had a V8. I forgot to shake it again. Rookie move.
I can't wait.
It's spicy.
I can't wait. I don't like the spicy as much as I like the flame. I will not turn this down, and there's a very good chance I can drink this in one fell.
I like to savor it. I like to get it on the taste buds. I like to. Come on. That microphone is not.
Phelps, are you on the radio?
Wow, so in fact, it goes pretty quick. Little V8. You should have had a V8. Isn't that that's the slogan? Isn't chug, 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 chug? Be careful with that first breath, because it's spicy. Golly,
Female,
V8.
19. Male.
The one and only reason why I didn't reason I didn't chug the whole thing was because of the ice cream headache. The thickness of the tomato juice.
I've officially gotten old. The V8, the best part of my day. Best part of my day is the V8. No, I think that's when I opened the can.
Did you copy it for start? Copy the start. Women from 19, men from 21.
Ryder Miller making a guest appearance here in the booth with us, a former ski jumper and now competitive swimmer. Ryder Miller.
Say hey to the crowd, Ryder.
Hi.
Who's taking the butt?
What do you think of the jumping this morning?
Tell us a little bit of your opinion.
My opinion is that it's really awesome to see all these jumpers flying super far down this jump. That's farther than I've ever seen them go, and I just think it's really awesome.
All right, Ryder.
Hey, where's your next? What's next for you? Are you maybe a swim meet in Grand Junction maybe in a month or so?
Yeah.
Enjoying
Tell
that?
us a little bit about the events. Which ones are you concentrating on?
Freestyle and breaststroke are my favorite. I still find butterfly really, really hard.
Love to hear the challenge. Sawyer Graves will be our first 4 jumper. Thanks for the words there, Ryder. Great to see you back at the ski jump.
Don't be afraid to give us a little color commentary on your experiences.
Sawyer
Graves. Pumping it up, hopping up and down on the skis. Will he push 90? Will he push 90?
100% he will push 90.
Sawyer Graves, 97 meters.
Gosh, I was wrong again.
Wait a
He pushed
second.
90. He put 90 in the rearview mirror.
He pushed 100, folks. That was 97 meters. 97 meters for Sawyer Graves.
Good job, Sawyer. Sawyer pumped last night at his jumps. Pumped again this morning at his jumps. Great job, Soy Sauce. The Flying Saucer, all sorts of nicknames for Sawyer. He'll settle into one here over the next couple of years.
What you see here on Looker's Right, folks, we've got the small jumpers from Park City getting a little training session in on the HS75, the 20, and the 30. Welcome to Steamboat Park City Ski and Snowboard.
This looks like our first jumper of the first round, excuse me. Wow.
That's Arthur Tyrone.
Way down the hill.
That is Arthur Tyrone.
Second jumper of this round. That's Arthur Tyrone. 4 jumping. He looks at Sawyer and says, hey buddy, that looks like fun. I'm going to go for it too.
80 on the first.
82 meters on the second.
Nice job, Arthur Tyrone. Are we going to see Pat Arnone?
Only for a second. Only for a second as he comes flashing by. I didn't see. I'm going to watch the outrun this time to see what kind of how Pat does with the outrun here at that speed. It's a trip down memory lane, the V8.
You know, there's no better way to pack sodium in a can.
Hey, Pat Arnone, that's a great jump, buddy.
62 on the first. Pat Arnone puts countless hours in here at the hill, helping with the hill maintenance, getting things ready for course competitions. Thank you, Pat Arnone. 62 on the first and 63 on the second. He has found his spot, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First on the bar, bib number 2, HS100 senior female class, Haley Brayback.
I think I might have heard. We're not going to give the specifics. We're asked not to, but I think taking a little bit more speed in the second round.
shout out to Chuck Brayback, watching live and online, supporting his granddaughters. I don't think there is a more proud grandparent on the Nordic combined circuit, although the Millers and the Moores pretty psyched on the sport as well. I think all the grandparents love it, and thanks to the Winter Sports Club for providing this live link. Instead of these grandparents being able to only watch, maybe travel out for one competition, they can see every single competition.
Every single one, every single second, every single minute. Haley Braybeck, 42 on the trial.
The only price of admission is having to listen to us talk.
Phase 2, Haley Brayback, 47 meters.
Hey, great improvement on that jump from the trial round of 42 to 47 meters for Haley Brayback. Great job, Haley.
Here we go. Bib number 6, Estella Hasrick. She belongs to every jumping club in America, representing Black Hawk Ski Club right now. 70 meters on the trial. Here comes Estella.
I like the way that last name comes off, Hasrick. I like it. It just feels good as an announcer. Hasrick.
The more time I spend around this young lady, the more I enjoy it. She is just a superb human being.
Adopted Rocky Mountain daughter of the Braybeck clan.
Estella Hasrick.
See how she dropped right into that telemark landing?
Beautiful telemark landing. Her technique is just stellar. It's a stellar.
You beat me to it. Put my microphone down for 1 second.
It's 6, Estella Hasrick, 74 meters.
We need more puns in the booth. I think we're a little short on puns. We're high on alliteration. A little short on puns. 74 meters for Estella Hasrick, 70 on the trial round, 74 on the first round. Cheers.
That was delicious.
Smiling Josie Johnson here, jumping Josie Johnson everywhere else. 80.5 meters on the trial jump.
Mid to upper 80s, here's what she's shooting
I'm thinking so, with the bar adjustment, we've seen a slight increase in distance from everybody. Ooh, that Park City jumper sent it down the HS75 right there.
Flying on sunshine. Here we go. Josie Johnson. Yes, hold it.
So beautiful, Josie.
The Park City crowd goes wild.
Bib 8, Josie Johnson, 85 meters.
As predicted, 80.5 on the trial jump. She just moved the numbers around a little bit, the digits around. 85 meters for Josie Johnson.
And this just shows what the technical delegation knows and means to these competitions. Slight adjustment in the bar, increase in distance, good for the competition, good for the sport.
Nordic combined skier Tess Arnone next up.
Bib number 9, Tess Arnone.
Get a hold of that, Tess. Here we go.
Nice jump from Tess. Just shy of that P mark. That's the blue line and the blue markers. The K point right there is the red. You'd ideally like to try to get as close to K as you can.
68 meters.
Boy, but she really cranked it up from the first jump, puts herself closer to the competition there. 56 on the trial round.
And 68 meters on the second. You talked about this earlier in the day, Mr. Miller, about the improvement jump to jump. How about Tess Arnone? 56 on the trial and a 12 meter, close to 40 feet down the hill difference. 68 meters for Tess Arnone.
I like your rounding. Macy Olden next up, bib number 10 from Park City, Utah. You're at Howelsen Hill, historic Howelsen Hill, Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
Larry Johnson Memorial Rocky Mountain Division Junior Championships number 2.
Qualifier number 2. Next Wednesday, come join us again on the live stream or local for our traditional Wednesday jump series. That's where all these guys started.
Wednesday night jump. It is our third of 4.
56 meters on that jump for Macy Olden. Now, we're going to be going into the mid-80s to maybe 90 here for these next 2 jumpers.
I cannot wait. Alexa Braybeck and Adeline Swanson, bibs 11 and 12, are about to put a show on for you. And watch these ladies
just the
fly.
First competitive round. They'll get one more jump after this. Yes, down the hill there. Alexa Braybeck, bib number 11.
Bib 11, Alexa Braybeck,
77.5 meters on her first competitive jump. 77.5 meters.
Adeline Swanson, St. Paul Ski Club killed it in Norgay. Incredible morning so far for the young lady as well. Bib number 12, 79 meters on her trial jump. Let's see if she now can push it into the 80s.
Right now, Josie Johnson throwing down the gauntlet at 85 meters.
Setting the pace, bib number 8, smiling Josie Johnson.
No surprise for her to be nudging herself up towards the top there.
Big hello to her folks at home.
Let's see what Adeline has here. She's got a big jump in mind here.
She sent it. That's going to be, I think that's going to be an 80s, something.
12, Adeline Swanson, 85 meters.
Well, we got to fight.
Josie Johnson, 85 meters. Adeline Swanson answers with 85 of her own meters. 79 on the first, 85 on the second.
The Nordic combined skier Alexa Brayback right behind and still in the conversation at 77.5 meters.
And also part of it with a beautiful style-looking jump at 74 meters, Estella Hasrick.
Rudger Klug on bar.
Here comes Rudger, 52 meters on his trial jump. Slight adjustment on the bar again for this one as well.
All right, there we go. Nice job, Rudger.
Can he push this thing towards 60, Mr. Miller? Can he do it?
You bet he can. Let's see if he did.
13, Rudger Klug, 59 meters.
Wow, what a great jump.
59 meters for Rudger Klug, 52 on trial, 59 on the first to count. Root Repke, he will lay one down, guaranteed.
Guarantee.
Park City Ski and Snowboard.
I'm really rooting for this kid.
Here he comes. I think everybody's rooting for this kid. 77.5 meters on the trial jump.
Big contingent of Park City locals out here.
Look at those S-turns coming down the face, folks. That is a skier who knows how to ski right there, laying those edges in.
But back to the top. Coming out of the shadows into the air. Yes, Root!
Just hitting that K-point line with the tips of the skis. 77.5 on the trial for Root.
More.
Bib 14, Root Repke, 85 meters.
85 meters for Root Repke.
That seems to be the mark right now. Josie Johnson, Adeline Swanson, and now Root Repke at 85. I have a feeling that these next three, in particularly bib number 31, Thomas Miller, is going to have an answer for this.
Ryder Olden next up, bib number 17 from Park City, followed by his teammate Tyler Phillips. Let's see what Ryder Olden's got from us. He's going to move off that 69 mark into the 70s. Here we go, Ryder.
Not the only Ryder here today. Ryder Robinson joined us yesterday. We've got Ryder Miller in the house today.
Whoop. Great jump there. That's a really nice jump.
Right to that P point there for Ryder Olden.
We've been watching these guys, Park City and Steamboat jumpers, for a long time. It's so great to see the progression as all these jumpers. Spectacular.
Ryder Olden, 75.5.
Get there.
One of the coolest things ever, as we've been privileged enough to watch a lot of these kids come up through the ranks, starting on the bump, hitting the 20, then the 30, then the 45. Man, oh man. And this kid in particular, Ryder Olden, 69 on the trial, 75 meters on his first to count. Teammate Tyler Phillips up next, Park City Ski and Snowboard Club.
Now the key is not do too much. You had that trial round, you make little adjustments. You felt out the hill. Now do what you do. Here we go, Tyler Phillips. Bib number 19 in the air.
Getting out over those skis. Leaving those skis behind him. Hands stay behind him as well. 75 on the trial. I think we might see 80 meters here. We might just see it.
19, Tyler Phillips, 81 meters.
And we do. 75 on the trial. 81 meters. Hey, what time is it, fellas?
It's Miller time.
Here comes bib number 31. Long jump on the hill of the day. Competitively so far, Thomas Miller, 89 meters on the first jump. Thomas Miller, bring it to us, please.
Out over those skis, down the hill. Woo!
He brought it to us, folks. This is gonna be impressive right here. Thomas Miller, ladies and gentlemen.
31, Thomas Miller, 93 meters.
Well, there we go. Got the distance. Nice form in the air.
Got 3-4 jumpers.
Puts those skis right back down at 93 big meters for Thomas Miller. Time Miller.
89 on the trial, 93 meters on the first to count. That is the long competitive jump so far. We don't know what bar Sawyer Graves went off of with his 97. We do, however, know the bar that Thomas Miller went off, 93 meters. 4 jumpers. Here we go again. This will conclude the last round of jumping today. This is the HS100. This will be the second round to count, but the day is far from over.
Far from over.
2:30 in the rodeo arena. We'll have the Nordic combined cross-country races starting for the U10, U12, and U14 classes.
Brought to you by the silver tongue of Dan Brayback.
Oh, I can't wait. I love listening to Dan do those skate races. He just keeps it all exciting, right in perspective. You do a great job spotting for him on the course again.
Last thing Dan says to me after he sees me before I head out into the dark reaches of the course, he says, Andrew, thanks for being out there. I hear some of what you're saying. I don't repeat much of it, but we appreciate you.
That's great. U10, U12, U14 starts at 2:13. The cross-country races start for the U16, U18, 20, and senior class at 3:30. We'll do the awards in the rodeo arena at 4:15, and it doesn't stop there. The Steamboat Olympic send-off at 5 o'clock on the Howelsen face. Wear your jackets, your hats, your buffs. Buy your buttons, buy your buffs, support Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. Steamboat Olympic send-off concluding today's action, 5 o'clock on Howelsen Face.
We're going to catch our breath for just a half a second.
This is interesting. Thomas, if I heard that right, Thomas didn't go from there.
Yeah, we're good with 21 for the female, 19 for the male.
Email, thank you.
All right, so getting things sorted out, ready to rock and roll again one more time. Thanks to the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club for hosting this event. Larry Johnson Memorial, Rocky Mountain Division Junior Championship Qualifier. Here we go. We'll start off. Well, let's see what order we go in, but the order previously has been Graves, Tyrone, Arnone for our 4 jumpers. Let's see what we do this time. I don't see any reason why it would change. But that is up to the man, the myth, the legend, Ben Drunken Onion Strzok, up there in the shade. If you're looking for lunch this afternoon, it's not too far to drive over there to the mountainside. It's right down there at the bottom. You can swing in there.
29, Arthur Tyrone.
Arthur
21.
Arthur Tyrone. Arthur Tyrone, our first 4 jumper on the last 4 jumping round. Woo! Arthur.
Yes, Arthur, yes!
Coming into his own.
I'll tell you what, he was just looking down at his binding too. I hope that there wasn't an issue, and if there was, kudos to him for not making it an issue. I also like how they've let each 4 jumper go first and change the order.
4 meters.
Wow, Arthur. 80 on the trial, 82 on the first, and 84 meters on that second jump. Great job, Arthur Tyrone. Sawyer Graves up next, throwing down what is technically the longest jump distance-wise of the day, 97 meters.
He's going to go right back down to the well. Woo! And I like what he did. I know what's going on.
Another double fist pump. Another double fist pump from Sawyer Graves. That jump
is what it is. There's no handicap there, ladies and gentlemen. Special jumper, Sawyer Graves. Crushing it.
Sawyer Graves, 97.5 meters.
88 on his first, 97 on his second, and 97.5 meters on his final jump on the HS100 of the day. Last but not least,
and that's straight up,
Pat Arnone, 62, then 63. It would only be fitting if this was a 64-meter jump.
I want to see more. Sawyer Graves, great jumping today.
There you go, Pat Arnone.
Is that or more?
It's going to be right in there.
Pat Arnone, 70 meters.
There it is. There it is. That's what I get for writing the digit down already. Pat Arnone, 62 on the first, 63 on the second, and 70 meters on his third and final jump of the day. Here she comes, bib number 2, Haley Brayback.
Let's get her into the 50s. All you got to do is applaud and blow up the hill. Give her a little bit of a...
Come on, push it, push it. 42 on the trial, 47 on the first competitive jump.
Throw it outside Berkeley or something.
Here we go, Haley.
Look at this. Beautiful jump today for Haley Brayback. Hair flowing in the wind. 47 on the first jump.
Give her credit. Very technically sound.
Bib 2, Haley Brayback, 47 meters. Jumper to the bottom.
That's 47 on the first, and it's a twin 47-meter jump on the second. Great jumping morning for Haley Brayback. Go get some food, go get some drink, and get ready to put some fire in those skates, Haley.
Rockets.
All right, Estella Hasrick out of Blackhawk, a 74-meter jump on her first competitive jump. She's going to be looking to push that thing towards a little bit closer towards 80. Very technically sound, beautiful looking jumper right here, Estella. Here she comes, blue suit, white helmet, fly in the sky. Here comes Estella.
I am the fly in the sky, looking at you. Wow, such a pretty
Really beautiful. That's a darker helmet, my bad, not a white one, but a darker one. Estella 74 on the first.
56, Estella.
Absolutely fantastic. 74 meters on the first, 77.5 meters on the second. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for putting on such a great show.
Thank you.
Next jump.
Thank you.
Josie Johnson.
All right, Josie Johnson. Josie Johnson right up there at the top.
85 meters on her first competitive jump here. Josie Johnson setting the pace for these young ladies. We know she wants more, and she is fully capable. Here comes Josie
Johnson.
Wow, Mr. Miller.
Love it.
I think she's gonna like this one a lot. I think she's gonna like this one a real lot. This is gonna be 90 something.
A real lot. She's gonna like this one a real lot.
Real lots and lots.
Bib 8, Josie Johnson, 92.5
My
meters.
partner Cletus over here.
92.5 meters, 85 on the first, 92.5 on the second. In the business, we say, holy crap.
That's a real lot of meters.
Next jumper, Bib 9, Tess Arnone on bar.
Tess Arnone, 68 meters on her first competitive jump, which is a monster improvement over her trial. Let's stack that improvement up and on top here. Tess Arnone, here she comes. She's in motion through the dark part of the curve. In the air, Tess Arnone. It's a nice distance on that jumper, Tess.
Really nice distance. Having a great jumping morning she is, and a really strong Nordic combined skier just the same.
Bib 9, Tess Arnone, 72.5 meters.
Got a girl for the recent Steamboat Springs High School graduate skate in her first round.
72.5 on the second. Atta girl Tess Arnone, Park City Ski and Snowboard, bib number 10, Macy Olden, throwing down a 56-meter jump on the first one. Here she comes, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks to Christie Sports for supporting this event, Colorado Event Rentals. Thanks to Dunkles Construction, Honey Stinger, Letson Enterprises, Nordic Excavating, the Resort Group, and Truffle Pig and Carl's Tavern. Nice jump there for our friend from Park City, Utah, Macy Olden. Thanks to our
10, Macy Olden, 55 meters.
great jump there. She's found her number right there in the mid-50s. 55 meters for Macy on that jump.
56 on the first, 55 on the second. That's Macy Olden. Next up, here they come. Bibs 11 and 12, Alexa Braybeck and Adeline Swanson.
We're looking for 90s here.
Alexa's going to be looking for just a little bit more distance than the first one, 77.5. Here she comes.
In motion here shortly. There she goes. Out of the trees for us, through the curve. Off the table. That looks good from the start. She's going to hold on to that. Nice jump for Alexa Brayback.
She's going to like that one just a little bit better. That could be pushing 90 here, folks. Let's see what the result says.
Keep rolling, 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 rolling.
Alexa Brayback, 88.5 meters.
Her long jump of the day, 88.5 big meters.
Fantastic. I have a feeling Adeline Swanson's going to have a little bit to say about that. St. Paul Ski Club wearing my favorite number, bib number 12. Here comes Adeline. Absolutely crushed it in Norgie, crushing it here, consistently crushing it everywhere. Here comes Adeline.
Special jumper, focusing just on the ski jumping portion of the sport at the moment for Adeline and reaping the rewards of that off the table into the air, nice and solid out over the tips of those skis and way down.
Wow.
Way down the hill.
Mackerel. That was incredible. Adeline Swanson, special jumper, St. Paul, Minnesota. Her distance is
94 meters.
Pretty far. It's pretty far.
That is pretty far to say the least. We don't want to keep you in suspense, but we will. 85 meters on the first and a bangin' 94-meter jump for Adeline Swanson. She came here meaning business.
5 senior male competitors left this morning at the Larry Johnson Memorial.
What a morning it's been. Rudger Klug, Root Repke, Ryder Olden, Tyler Phillips, and Thomas Miller.
Saw them fly through the air. This afternoon at 2:30, see the Small Hills competitors at 2:30, skating over at the Rodeo Arena at 3:30. Here we go. 3:30, these big hill jumpers, and at 4:15 we'll do awards. Steamboat Olympic send-off at 5 at Howelsen Face. Bring your Winter Sports Club swag and wear it. Beautiful
be there jump. Or be square.
Rudger Klug.
Hip 13, Rudger Klug, 59 meters.
Makes me happy. 59 on the first. 59 on the second. What a great jump. Nice consistency for Rudger Klug there on that jump. I think a little bit better jump, even with the same number there for Rudger. Well done.
Everybody, look up. 85 meters on the first competitive jump for Root Repke.
Root won't be afraid to go for 90 here.
Not at all. Park City Ski and Snowboard. Here comes R squared. R to the second power. Alliterated. Root Repke.
Park City, Utah, representing in the house. Down the hill. Nice job, Root. He says, oh, darn it. Did you see it?
He might have just missed that one. In his eyes.
Park City still goes nuts online and in person.
Root Repke, 81 meters.
81 meters on that jump for Root, and he knew it.
Respectable day, Root. 85 on the first, 81 on the second.
He'll be lighting up the cross-country course this afternoon at 3:30.
Yep, highly motivated individual. Here comes another Park City Ski and Snowboard athlete, Ryder Olden, followed by his teammate Tyler Phillips, and we will conclude with homegrown talent, Miller time, Thomas Miller.
Ryder Olden on bar.
Ryder Olden, first up, 75.5 in his first competitive jump, which was a great improvement over his trial.
Mind you, as you predicted this morning, Mr. Miller, running through highly skilled volunteers, highly skilled people running the course. It's 11:30. We were going to finish ahead of schedule.
Wow, what a beautiful jump out over the skis for Ryder Olden from Park City. Well done.
75 meters on the first jump, Ryder Olden.
Mid 17, Ryder Olden, 74 meters.
74 meters for Ryder Olden. Well done.
The picture of consistency teammate, Tyler Phillips, Park City Ski and Snowboard. A great day of jumping for Tyler. 81 meters on the first one. Here we go.
Tyler Phillips, big strong athlete out of Park City, Utah.
Next jumper, bib 19.
The penultimate jumper this morning. Park City Ski and Snowboard Club. Special jumper, Tyler Phillips, bib number 19.
will get the wave from his coach.
I can't explain. Can
Here he
you?
comes. These jumps drive me crazy.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Nice jump, Tyler Phillips, and that's the best style on the landing I've seen from him today. Great
Really
job,
nice.
Tyler.
81 on the first. Ben Shute tells us.
Tyler Phillips, 79 meters.
79 meters with great style. Now there's two ways to play this for our last jumper. We won't go over those choices, but Thomas Miller will be our last jumper of the day. Do me a favor, please. Have me paid today in cheers for this young man, Thomas Miller, a sophomore at Steamboat Springs High School here in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, on the HS100.
Hey, what time is it?
It's Miller time. Make some noise, Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
93 meters on the first jump.
I may be a hometown homer, but I proudly wear the hat. Here we go.
Here we go, Thomas. You brought it the first time.
Coach Carl Denny will decide when it's time.
Bringing it the second time.
Give him the wave, and he's in motion. Here we go, through the curve. Off the table. Gets that nice V position. Floats it way down the hill. That's a nice, safe jump. Thomas not super happy with it, but nice floaty position down the hill for Thomas Miller to wrap up our competition this morning.
31, Thomas Miller, 93 meters.
Yep, there were two ways to play that. There's the boost it and go for broke, and then there's the continue to work on your progression skill and lay a nice one down there. Thomas Miller with a 93 meter jump to wrap up the competition. 93 on the first, 93 on the second. He'll work on getting hydrated, getting fueled, and try to put that rocket ship to work out on the cross country a little bit later.
Another fantastic day of jumping.
We may not be done yet.
Oh, really?
The competition's over. I think we got some folks that this is my style, right?
Post jumpers?
This is my style. Get on back up there and get yourself another jump. Why not?
Post jumpers. That being said, we've got some business to take care of. Just like last night. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Sawyer Graves.
You know he's going to go back up the hill.
Putting on a jumping clinic. Sawyer Graves putting it down the hill. I know what he's searching for here, I think. And he's doing it from a legit bar. Here he goes, reaching for triple digits for Sawyer Graves. And he's happy. He's super close. I know that's why he went back up, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be right in there.
Let's see if we have enough people in place to give us a distance on that one.
99 meters for Sawyer Graves.
99 meters for Sawyer Graves. Wow. I'm sweating, Joey. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. Sorry. Thank you to all our markers for being out there. Appreciate it. Standing in the sun, most of you, I appreciate. Scott Colby looks like he took duty in the shade there. That's a veteran taking one for the team.
All right. Final post jumper. Arthur.
Post jumper.
Bib 29.
Arthur Tyrone.
Here we go. Student Arthur Tyrone. 80, 82, 84. Here he is to close it out for us today. Last night we had an incredible jump tournament. This morning we had another incredible jumping session here displayed at the Larry Johnson Memorial Rocky Mountain Division Junior Championship Qualifier.
I see you, Arthur Tyrone.
Arthur Tyrone.
82 meters.
82 meters to wrap up the morning for Arthur Tyrone.
See up here. Am I working with her or her coach is taking over?
We have a competitor that's found their way back up to the top.
Coach will take over on that.
Maybe some extra training for special jumper Josie Johnson. We'll let them sort that out. And as they sort that out, my partner, my friend, Joey Rend, until next Wednesday, let's do one last round of thanks.
Let's do it.
Thank you to Ben Strook. Thank you to Ben Shute for keeping this thing going, our starter and our chief of distance. Thank you to our jury, our technical delegate, Paul Andrews, chief of competition, Glenn Jones, assistant technical delegate, Alan Belshaw, our judges, Sally Wither, Alyssa Maynes, Dan Braybeck. I always get it wrong, but she'll forgive me because she's the nicest person in town.
We'll be back
Greg Friedman,
for Western Regional.
Mick O'Hara. Thank you all. Thank you to our coaching staff, Todd Wilson, Carl Denny, Garrett Fisk, Sam Hare House. Let's not forget Josh Hansen for that. Appreciate that. And thank you also.
March 4th.
Thank you also to our
Friday, Saturday.
long group of volunteers. Those